All right. So first of all, I want to give an introduction. So welcome back, y'all. I told y'all I've been trying to do new content. So we have Brother Panic in the building. Now, if you've been following Pretty Boss TV for a while, you have heard me mention Brother Panic several times. So check him out on occultlectures.com if you're not familiar. There are many different products he has on his site. He also has free resources. You can also find tons of video content on Occult Lectures if you search it in YouTube. So tonight, we're going to be talking with Brother Panic about different things that deals with the occult. I wanted to give my brief introduction. In case I missed anything, I also want you to go ahead and introduce yourself before we start.
Oh, me? Okay. Well, my name is Brother Panic. I deal with what they call occult science. It's a little bit more advanced than metaphysics, which people are used to saying. Metaphysics has become the safe word for occult science. It's been demonized, and it's been demonized for a reason, because it is your absolute positive methodology for true Black power. And so with that, they had to make it evil. So what they did was gave you the most idea of evil and called it the devil, then just call occult science the devil in one fell swoop. So I teach occult sciences. It's tips, methods for you to save your own ass. There's no we shall overcome. There's no we as a people. This is for you to have self-realization. Occult just means hidden culture. So this is the hidden system that dwells within the Black people's consciousness, or the Black people's power base. How to bring it out, how to access it, and how to make yourself great once again.
Okay. All right. Well, perfect. So the first thing that I want to talk about, this might be trying to see how I want to start. I'm ready personally to get into talking about DNA upgrades. So I want to give like a quick synopsis on what I mean by DNA upgrades before I ask you the question. So for me, I would say I've experienced DNA upgrades probably twice within like the last 6 months. What I would say that it is to me, it's kind of like a download that you get. You can study things, you can read different books, you can get different type of knowledge from studying and also through experience. But what I've realized as of lately within the past year is that it seems like I'm receiving information either in my dream state or during astral projection, and when I'm coming out of it, I'm coming with like a new set of knowledge. I'm not able to put everything in perspective immediately, but usually over like a few months, it's like I'm to a whole nother level of consciousness. Everything that I was doing before, when I come back to it, I'm doing it to a different level. So I wanted to talk about that. Just like a lot of people think that the only way that you can learn is through school or how they teach us in school. But what I'm starting to experience is that, first of all, we already have a lot of that information inside of us, and we can really receive these upgrades and basically skip years worth of study just when you're tapping in spiritually. So I wanted you to speak on DNA upgrades if you understand what I'm saying by that, which I'm pretty sure you do.
Very much so, and I'm very proud of that, what you're saying, because just 5 short years ago, you wouldn't hear those words. So it makes me understand all the years and years now that I've been just talking, and my lectures are 5 hours a piece, right, that people are actually really getting something tangible. Because as you said, the book is step one, and the book is only supposed to remind you. I mean, it does a couple of things. One of the things is remind you of that which dwells within. Your true answers have never left you. I always like to use my best reference, and it goes once again, Eddie Murphy from Zamunda. He was always the prince, no matter if he worked at McDowell's, was at the church, got a milkshake thrown on him, got embarrassed at a basketball game. All of these, his princely robes taken for him, a big rat was in the house. You always had this sense of it just didn't matter. Because Prince Hakeem could always go back to Zamunda where he's a baller. You know what I'm saying? So this is who and what we are. This information is in us, but we are so far removed from, let's just say, this Zamunda mentality that we think we're destitute. We think that someone needs to write us and something outside of us is going to enlighten us. Something outside of us is going to give us this download that you talked about. But these things are that which dwell within. Everything on the outside is only tools and reminders only to trigger what happens within. It is self-realization. So as I started out saying, the occult is not a we shall overcome, and we as a people and these damn babies, hurry up and save the babies. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with that. It is those moments that you just described. It is those moments that you just described. Those are everything you should be striving for here. That aha moment, that before and after thought, that moment where you just get it so much so you may not even be able to explain it to the next person. That information is for you. And the more you do this work, the more you actually have to offer Black people. So to actually save your people, you have to become something and have something to offer. My whole idea was early on, as I'm reading occult books in the study, you didn't see no we and us and how we're going to do it. And then I literally felt guilty because all the mind control that has been dished out to me all these years is you got to do this for your people. It's your people. And so you felt guilty. And then as I the further I went and the more I just went harder in the study, understanding this is something I have to do for me. You know, everyone is here for different reasons, and I have to find out that reason I came to get what I need to get, else you're going to find yourself doing it over. Not because someone made you do it over, because you came here for a reason. If you didn't get it, evidently, you know, if it's a big enough deal to incarnate into this crap, then you must have came here for some real DNA changing. So you want to get it now. You get what I'm saying? You want to get it now. So I understood I had to do it for me. Now, ironically, over the years of just talking about what I did for me, thousands, you have changed my life, you have done this, you have that. I said, whoa, not trying to help these Negroes is how I actually help these Negroes, because I believe I've now had light from finding my own aha moments, that moment of, that's what it is. And what you'll find, and I'm sure you'll agree, is you felt like this anyway. Because what you're realizing is what you are. You are becoming something new, but you're not really becoming something new. Right. It's like you're just coming back to Zamunda with a new chick on your arm. That's all. But you're the same old Prince Akeem, kinda. You got the same stuff that's Prince Akeem, but you got a new adventure to now upgrade your DNA. So these adventures, there's many things that upgrade your DNA. And I know I'll let you bring me there, but that's where we'll go.
Okay, so one of the things that I talk about a lot, even when I'm dealing with, like, you know, on YouTube or like my Patreon group, one thing that I'm big on is meditation. I've even heard you say this before, and this is something that I always say all the time. You know, if we want to go back to the Bible, you know, most people who come into spirituality and different things, they have that background. So one of the things that are in there that I've heard you say, I don't even know if you refer to this verse, but seek ye first the kingdom, and all of these things will be added to you. So it's like when I started,
maybe one day I said that. Maybe one day I would have said that.
But basically, it's like when you really focus on your spiritual work, everything that you could want physically, financially, all of that type of stuff lines itself up. So I practice really tapping in through meditation, just clearing your mind and allowing. And so a lot of times when I'm doing my meditations, especially if I'm doing it, you know, daily, if I'm doing a start, you know, if I just have my kind of routine going on, I end up getting DNA upgrades. The first time that I got my DNA upgrade, it was kind of like during an astral projection state. So I woke up in my bed, in my body, but in a sleep paralysis state, and I was vibrating. Usually when I induce my astral projection experiences, I feel that, and then I'm able to, you know, come up out of my body. But this time I was laying there and I really didn't have a desire to do so. And it was just heavy vibrations. I heard a door. This is when I lived in my last place. It sounded like the door unlocked. And I remember thinking like, okay, if somebody come through this door, I know somebody came in for real, then we can deal with that then. But I was like, or this is something going on spiritually. So it sounded like somebody unlocking the door, like click. And after I came out of that, I woke up and I had energy. You know, I have a daughter, so I'm always busy. I went to sleep. Probably that happened after I woke up. I didn't even go back to sleep till the next night. I had so much energy. After that, I probably went through, I want to say, a chaotic phase. A lot of times when we're talking about healing or we're talking about rebuilding, people don't understand that, like, you know, there's two sides to everything. So when you're building something new, the old has to be destroyed first. So I remember the first time I was going through different things, I didn't know what was going on. And I realized I had to learn how to navigate my new equipment. So the way that I like to equate this is, if you think about, okay, because I see the body and all this type of stuff, this is basically a vehicle. This is a small reflection of who we are, especially as a soul. So I look at our bodies as vehicles. So I equate the DNA upgrade is, think about, you went to sleep and you was driving, you know, a G-Wagon or something the first day. You was driving a car. Then you wake up the next day and you have an airplane in your airport. If you try to get up and drive that, you're gonna crash until you learn how to drive your new equipment. So that's what happened to me. And then when I had adjusted, I was like, now I get it. And when you become clear about how to navigate your new equipment, everything you do is to the other level. It's like you just get better at what you do. You work smarter instead of harder. And then it happened again, and I'm realizing this again. It's like I'm readjusting from the last DNA upgrade I had a couple months ago.
Nice. Excellent. You're absolutely right. That's 100% on point. You're acclimating yourself to your new vehicle, as you're saying. Like you really just said it, there's really not too much to add on to that. Like I said, I'm sorry. There's not too much to add on to that. Like I said, what I would add is, because you spoke briefly on meditation, we need to talk about the importance of that. There's no option. You either meditate or you either meditate or you're not doing anything. Meditation is the first step from going within. What was interesting, they did a whole Star Wars series. Remember, they was putting them shits out every 30 years. And then all of a sudden there's one every day. So I was breaking them down and I was going to see who they were going to name as the Last Jedi. They were going to bullshit and it was going to be Trump or some fucking body symbolically. But what they did, to my surprise, was they said that the Last Jedi was you. Now, the only other picture that they said it out quite clearly was a movie called The Last Dragon. How old are you, if you don't remember me asking?
28. No, 29.
Yeah, so you're kind of young. There was a Bruce Leroy. It was Motown. It was black people. So back in the days, it was black people doing this. So he's looking all around for the master. And ultimately, at the end of the movie, he has the realization while he's getting his ass bit with by Sure Enough, I'm the master. Then he started glowing and doing his shit. And that was really incredible because we never seen a movie where someone said that we were masters. In fact, through the whole movie, he's looking for the master, knocking on doors. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee is the master. And then he realized it was incredible. You must see this movie. You'll get a kick out of it. He realized he was the master. And I can't remember. Okay, this comes only from shutting down. This realization only comes from within. You cannot look outside of yourself and find mastery. It won't happen. You can find setups. So there's a book that may set you up. And really, when you get that book, that's like, oh shit, I can't put it down. It's really your spirit that led you to that book, because we have now been dragged down into such intellectual beings that there's no way to reach you but through a book first, but through scholarship first. So I could tell you some far-fetched shit I did, and it'd be quite far-fetched, but then I was always able to tell you a book you could read to figure it out. So that would just shut people up. Because I'm saying, yeah, man, I talked to Whitney Houston and this one and that one. Yeah, and then y'all was trying to talk to my eye. I was kicking it with Hitler. He'd be like, that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, no, we ran a train with me and what's her name? What's the black lady that used to free slaves? Harriet Tubman ran a train on chicks. Like niggas would be like, what? Like that don't make no sense. But then I'll show them methodologies on what it is, what deities are, what your ancestors are, how to communicate with them, how they still exist. And then it's like, oh, maybe this is happening. And this is because, as you pointed out even earlier, we've been regulated to a public school education. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even what they taught us in school, it's how they taught us to learn. So we're trying to get our ancient information through a system that is not, that's our minds didn't even work that way when we was building this system. Our minds were a little bit more holistic where there was emotion involved, the feminine aspect of it. Emotions change your DNA. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole lecture on that. That's one of the ways that change your DNA. The most powerful tool you have to change your DNA, and never forget this, is your imagination. Your imagination is the most powerful tool. You are only limited as God, goddess, titan, chaos being, whatever you want to call yourself, by your imagination. Where your imagination stops is where your reach stops. In fact, that's why you incarnate in some places to have these adventures. Not even the adventures you have, the shit that you heard about. You be like, you mean Maxine? She on the pole? And you know, while you may never have been on that pole, knowing Maxine, it's like you've been on that pole when she's coming home. Let me tell you how greasy the pole was today. Man, let me tell you, you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I caught a yeast infection off the pole. It's like all of those things, even though you probably, that wouldn't be your definition of heaven, it becomes a data bank. After you have no body, it's just a data bank of information that you have access to build worlds with. It's like an upgrade. This whole adventure is nothing more than just an upgrade for us. Even the people who walk around here in the ignorance. So there's DNA changing on many levels. The first level of DNA change is something called the unconscious collective. We can recognize that by trends. So there was a time Run DMC was the shit. 28, let me try to think. 30 years ago, I was 20. So you was a baby. Damn. Let's see. Let me try to get 10 years after that, which would be, so you're in the Master P era. You was little, you probably first remember Master
Almost
P.
in the Master P era.
Okay, I'm trying to get close. The name they was calling each other was Wody. If I got on here and say, hey, what's up, Wody? You'd be like, what in the fuck is wrong with this nigga today? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Start doing this shit. We about to get this on. You'd be like, what? So now that was a part of our evolution. That's DNA shift has happened. That's what the dead people move. They're moving on a slow thing called the unconscious collective. And it's an evolutionary pattern that is very slow. Run DMC had Godfather hats. LL Cool J, if I came in licking my lips like LL, you know what I'm saying? I need love. Like, nigga, nah, we need to hang up. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the unconscious collective. Now the occultist understands that he could speed this process up. You know what I'm saying? And to speed this process up, that comes in the realm of meditation first, because you have to first learn how to be able to focus your mind on one subject and stay in the moment, because we are used to absolute chatter. So meditation absolutely helps you stay in the moment. Sometimes you don't even have to be looking for nothing in the meditation, just looking to be in the place where you can focus in the moment. I can have this conversation and go into deep meditation. I've been doing that shit since I was a kid. My father was a big, heavy meditator, Eastern philosophy man. So he taught us how to meditate when he was little. Simple things. He said, think of an apple and then feel the apple with all 5 senses in your mind. So this is something you touched 100 times. So you can close your eyes easily and think of the sound, the texture when you're biting it. If you rub it on your face, shit you wouldn't do, you know, rub it on your body, you could feel it. You know what I'm saying? So you want to, what you're really doing is focusing your thought on something so simple, but it's becoming like a laser. Let me say this and say this as a statement to get it out the way. Our shit is easy. You've been doing it and blessed with it all your life. You just think you're supposed to be reaching up here on a collegiate level to get something that dwells within your natural imagination, your natural way of being. This is something I teach in my class, that to talk to spirits, you already used to do it. You had baby dolls that you thought was real. If your brother fucked with them, you lost your mind. Someone you couldn't sleep with. You know what I'm saying? Sleep without. Guys had action figures, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, and the rest of that crap. I'm sure you had Dora the Explorer. That seemed like the age. SpongeBob.
No, that's after my time. Okay.
Oh yeah, like what's the Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to get. I'll take you back to Josie and the Pussycats. Shit that I know ain't real for you. But long story short, guys had, I remember having action figures from Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a shitload of shit. Let me see if I can move around. A shitload of shit. You know what I'm saying? Behind me, all action figures. I even got some Black Panther before they fucked it up with that Wakanda bullshit. There's something everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like if I reach right here, here's my man. This is some old school shit. This is Stretch Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about Stretch Armstrong. You hear that pull this nigga. You gonna pull this nigga each kind of way. I got let's see, my man here, this is what's his name? The short guy, Mini Me.
Yeah.
Hours. All sorts of this is littered with shit. Because all of these symbols help to exercise my imagination. My greatest imagination point was my childhood. So was yours. That's when you're at your strongest magically. You just came from that world. There you go. You just came from that world. So that's what you do with your statues. You treat Yin and Ya the same way. You get what I'm saying? She's real. Look at these titties. Look at these shit. I want to nurture. So you kind of do that. I've done videos where I had shit standing next to me. I'm like, what? He said we got to do this and shit like that. Niggas who understand say, yo, that was pure fucking genius. And most people don't get it because you have the ability to put a spirit in an inanimate object. Exactly. And by doing that, it can communicate back to you. So that is the realm of your childhood imagination. That's why you must get back there. You must understand the importance of imagination. The first thing they did in school was tell you stop daydreaming because they was trying to shut something down in you. And that's our biggest problem. Our imagination is shut down and we let them paint the pictures for us on Facebook. So they paint the pictures of Black people getting shot, getting killed, getting murdered. Now, I still have compassion for that. I'm not going to put up a black sign and wear a hoodie and have a Snapple and to protest. But I understand the mind control that is to Black folks. And what it does is because we cannot use our imagination to paint our picture, and reality will follow our imagination. Where they're painting the pictures for us, and reality is following their agenda. You get what I'm saying? So what we need to do is understand first the importance of going into self and being able to go into self and be able to shut down the bullshit. Starting with, let's say, an apple, then move on to a banana, then a bicycle, then riding a bike, then sitting in the bathroom of your house while you're in your bed or whatever, then going to your mother's house and doing the shit all over again. They're going further and further, and perhaps places you've never been. And what you're trying to do, first remember that this is all exercise. You're exercising your mind. So this is all exercise. So the more you do, the more push-ups you do, the stronger you get. Don't look to blow up the Pentagon in one sitting. Just look to be successful at staying in the moment for as long as you can. And music, see, most people think you need to breathe and get in this quiet place, sit in this position and all that shit. Hell no. Listen, one of the best things my father told me after I was like 16, I said, yo, man, doing this meditation and I don't feel nothing. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to feel? That nigga dropped the cigarette. You still meditate? All the other kids quit. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said, fuck. I said, yeah, I've been meditating all them years. He said, so what's happening? He said, well, I think you're expecting too much. I said, well, what do you get? He said, you get power, peace of mind, and control. I was like, I ain't got none of that shit. But then if I think about it, as a kid, I was always in control. I was always the dude. So, but I wouldn't have equated that to that. He said, well, I feel like when I close my eyes, it's like vibrating back and forth. He said, really? I said, yeah. I said, I could do that at will. I could close my eyes and I could do it at will. He said, actually, that's where you're trying to be at. That's called alpha state. I said, really? He said, alpha, you're in beta. That means you're aware. I believe it's beta. You're up, you're aware, you're up, we're talking, we're focused. Alpha state sits right under beta. Alpha state is the meditative state because the conscious mind shuts down and the subconscious mind opens. So they actually induce alpha state a lot. You felt alpha state when you're driving for long periods on the highway, or you're in front of the TV, you zone out, or you daydream when you just do this shit, you're in alpha state. Scrying is daydreaming on purpose. That's a technique where you look into objects and the visions will come to you. That's like daydreaming on purpose, but all you're really doing is going to alpha state. Candle magic, flames also put you in alpha state. So the idea is like the candle's not working. You set the intention, then you open up the conscious mind and you let the subconscious mind, where the magic and reality is happening, program to your intention. So alpha state is where the subconscious mind is absolutely open for programming. The boss, the guard, the player hater, your ego, your reasoning, your intellect is shut down because you're in that zone. That's the goal of the game. To be able to meditate, get into that alpha state and start, your intentions, now visualize them. You know what I'm saying? Don't think, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. How does it feel when you get a check? You've gotten a big check before. Do you remember the moment? You remember the feeling when you opened the envelope and said, oh shit, I'm about to cash this shit, get these Gucci's, nigga. You know what I mean? You like real excited about shit, but even though you playing it like, you know what I'm saying, but you real excited. That's a fat check. Never wake up and just remember you have money in the bank. Oh yeah, I'm going to buy these shits today. That feeling, those moments, you meditate on that and you expand that. Not the idea and the intellectual thought of being rich, the feeling. My PayPal rings every day. All I do is meditate on PayPal. No, ding, ding. The sound my phone makes when PayPal, I'm like, shit is getting light. Hold on. Ding, ding. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually how you magnetize. Everything is magnetism. So that's how you magnetize. So your meditation is the key to the game. You know what I'm saying? It's the key to the game. Now, the more you do this type of work, the more you do this type of exercise, you start to get on to take heavier loads of spirituality. Because to astral travel, you need take that focus into the sleep world with you. But if you had to do the prior exercises of meditating to be that person, to get into the dream world and remain focused, to eventually become lucid, to pull more out with you. And in the dream world is your subconscious mind communicating back to you. It answers you every night with what you need. The symbols are just too complex because we no longer have to speak the language. But the more you step to your natural language of imagery or imagination, the more it'll sound just like you speak in regular humanity English. So I can see a dream and so on and so forth. Friend B.O.B. just dropping a new album. He had problems with Neil deGrasse Tyson off the flat earth shit. So he's about to drop it. I'm in this dream world and Neil deGrasse Tyson there. He's dick hugging me. Oh, panic, nigga. Oh, shit, nigga. Oh, panic. I'm like, nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, your head is real fucking big. And I don't like you for what you did to my man B.O.B. And the nigga just, I can't remember, the nigga just started going off trying to defend himself. I mean, fuck you, nigga. And I can't remember cutting him off. So I was telling B, I said, yo, that's like he represents a spiritual block. So the symbol of him is there because he means nothing to me and nothing to him. He's just a government agent. But he represents a symbol of any blockages that will come up. Got your back, player. You know what I'm saying? So it's on the spiritual level. So you got to read and define the messages because your subconscious mind is telling you what happened all the time. We got to think in our natural language is symbols. So we got to think and study the idea of symbols. It's not that hard. And it's not that hard because it's what the symbol means to you. So let's just say you want to go for a new job, right? And you had a dream of baseball. So now you wake up and go, what the fuck does that have to do with me taking this job? Then you go, wait a minute. My father used to always take me to the baseball games. I learned a lot. That's what he used to teach me. We talked. I had fun. I was comfortable. He used to talk to me a lot. I learned a lot. I'm going to learn a lot on this job. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to be that. Then you can say, I had a dream about baseball. Oh, my father used to beat my ass with that bat. This job may not be for me. Or it may be, but see, it doesn't mean a clear yes or no. Because you can you can say this, my father used to beat my ass with the baseball bat. I'm going to take this job because it's like me facing that challenge. And by me stepping up to this challenge, it's like me actually facing that ass whipping. That shit that used to scare me so much. The shit that had me closed in. The shit that did this, I'm facing it now. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I tell that story in my class based upon a real story that we was at the zoo. I was about 6. My sister was 5. There ain't no habitats like from your era. The animal was in a box. You know what I'm saying? Looking depressed as a motherfucker. A lion just weak. A lion be looking at you like, nigga, I ain't gonna do shit to you. Just let me out, nigga. I ain't even gonna do shit. And you were able to feed the elephants, buy peanuts, feed the elephants. So he was taking it out your hand, looked real nasty. And so my mother got me to do it. I did it. Sister didn't want to do it. Go ahead. She went up there, the elephant blew snot all over her. It was real nasty. Elephant snot. She lost it. We wiped the snot off, you know what I'm saying? And just walked. Ain't nothing you could do but just walk. We took it to the fountain and everything, wiped the jacket off. So let's say she's going for the job and she dreams of elephants. Now, let's say she had no experience with elephants. She could just look it up and find elephants, obstacle, blocking, all the good shit you see in books. But her subconscious mind is trying to speak to her with what she knows. So it's trying to tell her that picture that tells 1,000 words is trying to tell her this is the story. It's going to be a challenge for you. And you may be embarrassed on this job. So she may say, I ain't taking that shit. I'm already good. I got a good job. Or she may say, fuck it. This is the same challenge I need to face. I got spit on before, but never again. You know what I mean? So it's not definite and spirit is not all knowing as much as it just has a bird's eye view. So let's say a bird was hovering above my house. It could see your house, but I can't see your house. Your house is in Augusta. So I can't see it. In fact, it's 2 hours to get to your house. So it's 2 hours in my future while the bird can actually see your house. So it's in the bird's present. So he has a bird's eye view back and forth. So your spirit has that same view. So it can tell you things, but you still have the choice. You know what I'm saying? You just at least know, oh, this is going to be sweet. This is going to be easy. And we ain't got no resistance. No, I've seen, oh, no, we're going to have to kick some ass. So no, there's going to be an asshole, but we'll get through it. Or not, we're going to be smooth sailing. So, you know, this all starts with meditation. And there's different branches and aspects. But it first starts with closing your eyes, maybe thinking of an apple. You also, like I said, you don't have to be in the lotus position. You could just sit there and listen to music. Visualize yourself at the concert. Oh, that is probably shit. I'll be sitting there Diana Ross on them niggas. And I know, and you know, it will be there. Gone. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just that zoned out. So music always zones you out. You know what you like, put it on. Zone out to it. But make sure you stay on the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the thought pattern as if you're performing it. Well, it was from your age, ludicrous. and Looter is whoever was rocking. And yes, that's the story of that.
Okay, now it's so much that you touched on that I didn't want to cut you off. So building on what you were already talking about, I want to talk about working. Okay, well, first of all, let's back up. Let's talk about working with altars. Okay, one thing that I talk about a lot is working with altars. I started with an ancestral altar. And I remember the first time I put my ancestral altar up, I was at a crossroad in my spiritual journey. I was trying everything, doing too much, and I was like, okay, let me keep it simple. I started working with altars, and from the very first moment that I set up my altar, I literally felt and knew that that's what my ancestors had been wanting me to do for a long time. Ever since that day transformed my life, especially like on a just the everyday financial level. And I remember I heard you speak about altars before. You always talk about ancestral altars and how your ancestors, they look out for you and they really do want to. And ever since I've been dealing with ancestral altars, like, financial issues and like everyday life things, I haven't had to worry about. So I stepped up from just working with ancestral altars and I started to also work with deity altars. So I want to talk about deities primarily. If you want to say anything about ancestral altars, you can, but I want to talk about these deities. I got Oshun right here, which is a popular one. But I work with so many different deities. I think the first one that I worked with, Ganesha. Okay, yeah. I think the first one I worked with was like Ganesha. It resonated with me. I did some kind of moon ritual to it. And ever since then, I've been hooked. Popular questions that I get asked. Okay, so this is the thing about deities. And the reason I was so comfortable to work with deities, I got to pay homage to you for that. Because you break it down so simply that it took any type of fear or resistance that I did have out of the equation. You break it down easily. So anytime I'm explaining to my audience working with deities, I'm like, these are energies that you connect with to tap into different aspects of yourself that you're wanting to amplify. So it was a point in time before I started dealing with Sekhmet, I felt like I needed more confidence, more boldness in what I was doing. So I started working with Sekhmet energy. I still, work with Sekhmet, but it's like her energy transformed me in that way. When I was doing heart chakra healing, I know a lot of people don't equate Kali with heart chakra, but for me, Kali helped me with my heart chakra healing because she helped me to rise above the ego, which to me, when I think about Kali, she's the
What she does. That's what she does.
Exactly.
That's exactly that. Like the evil Kali that you see is destroy the human ignorances, ego being one of them. So she helped you with your ego and your heart. See, her cosmic being is the great mother divine. When she comes to earth, that's when you got a problem because she's coming to destroy the 8 ignorances of humanity. So no, that's right on point what you're saying.
And so it's like, when you, and for me, okay, so what I've realized with a lot of people who have, saw me working with deities and they want to work with deities, one of the common things is like, well, some people still feel fear. So they're like, well, I'm scared, if I don't give, Lakshmi or Oshun an offering, I didn't give her offerings last week. And now all of this stuff is going down in my life. My family's from Panama. So a lot of, my family, they had like our practices still. When I started doing spiritual baths in Florida water, my mother was like, how do you know about this stuff? This stuff your great grandmother used to do because she never taught me. So it's all coming back around. But I'm like, a lot of times people would deal with these deities. My aunt was one of them. And she said, well, what are you doing messing with Ochun? She's like, when I dealt with Ochun and then everything was good and everything just reversed. And I was trying to explain to her, see, first and foremost, you have to understand the all is mind, the universe is mental. So if that's your expectations that I didn't give Oshun an offering, she's gonna destroy whatever we had going on. That's what's gonna happen because at the end of the day, when you're working with deities, you're still working with your own mind. So I really wanted you to speak on that because I've been seeing a lot of hesitations and fears when it comes to working with these deities.
Your shit. This fear comes from just religion. Simple as that. Your subconscious mind dictates your reality. And until it is changed in a very specific way, repetition, trauma, or symbols, through this very specific way, everything's the same. On the outside, your conscious mind could have new names and call it Oshun, but she's still the Mother Mary. You get what I'm saying? Haru or Ogun is still Jesus. You You know what I'm saying? Until you go in and change the motif, the pattern, and change you need that inner work to have that aha moment that you were talking about. You have to change the DNA. The DNA was changed. It was changed to a system by design. Understand, it was at the Council of Nicaea, there was a very specific action. And that very specific action was, we're going to take all of these mythologies that's known around the world, the most famous, which is the Christ mythology. We're gonna take all these attributes and put it in a man. And then we're gonna conquer the world and make people understand that this energy is no longer something inside of them that they have to resurrect. It is something outside of them that they have to appease or obtain. And so they would kill all the men, the women and children left. They need food and water. They would send in missionaries and give them the book and food and water. You get the food and water, but you get the book too. So slowly but surely, as they're colonizing, what they're doing is changing the DNA. They're changing the DNA. Changing the DNA comes through the subconscious mind programming. So they're programming you, what we just simply call this blanket of mind control. There's many levels of mind control. This particular mind control is DNA changing. So much so that even if you change all the names and all the faces and all the colors, it'll still have the same motif, the same pattern, which is quite simply outside of you for help. So what was internal, which they knew is your only way out of this, now is external. So the key is to get Negroes to believe all of these things are outside of them, whether it's Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh ben Yahweh, Dr. York, Noble Drew Ali, Brother Panic, Dr. Phil, you name the name. You know what I'm saying? There's times I have to tell people, calm down, son. There's nothing in me that ain't in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was amazing because I've done radio for years and never walked around. When around in 2011 or 10, when I finally walked around, and two things I found out. I would hand out flyers and conscious people would pretty much spit in my face. Flyer boy. And one person said, look, I don't want to touch you, just drop it in the bag. I'm like, this bitch. Then the next day, niggas found out at this event that it was Panic going around. The same motherfuckers. Oh, Beloved and Hotep and Ashe. And I'm sitting there going, fake motherfucker. This old lady just looked at me and just said, "Ah," like a fucking pirate. Then the next day, like, my boy said, yeah, such and such. I told him he was here. She lost her mind. Can I tell her you here? I said, sure. That's the bitch that hit me with the pirate. Arr. Oh, Brother Panicking, you've changed my life. And I'm sitting there going, you motherfuckers are so corny. You know what I'm saying? So fake. And this fake love that I do not fall for, this fake love is because they're used to doing that with their pastors and their preachers. Even if they've never done it, they're prepped to do it because their mind has been set up this way through all your training. So it's if it's set up that way, it's just waiting to be filled with something. You can call it Baphomet. I seen niggas religify Baphomet. I mean, it's really the religious motif versus the mind, a freer thinking mind. Let's just say that. That's really the two things you have on the table. And that religious mind can be filled with the most dazzling shit. But if they're still religious, they're still on lockdown because they don't have true access to it. Once they understand that it's them, you have a first name access to it. To be quite honest, it's like saying, you know, I'm trying to get with this girl. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We having phone sex. And it sounds delicious. But I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We could play that, but that's foreplay to me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So they having a bunch of phone sex. Oh, Shun, I'm gonna give you some shit. Just act nice to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. We bending something over in my world. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Shun, I'm gonna know how it smells before the day is over. I'm tell you that. First name basis. You know what I'm saying? you need to have a first name basis with these entities, because these entities are nothing but definitions that come from your mind. They're your children. Nothing is outside of your mind. And if nothing's outside of your mind, what the fuck do you look like praying to Oshun? You're hitting that, son. You know what I'm saying? You got enough to go around. You know what I'm saying? So the whole idea is this first name relationship, this first name basis is the key. Without that, you can't make it. And most people wouldn't even think of that no more than they would think about shaking hands with Jesus. Oh no, Jesus! You know, they're gonna bend down and cower. I'm not worthy, and all the rest of that shit. And that's the mentality. So now, if you ask them, they'll say hell no to Jesus, but hell yeah to Oshun. You know how many times a woman has told me in her dream, Oshun allowed me to comb her hair? You ever hear that bullshit? Like they had a dream of Oshun, and Oshun allowed me to comb her hair. I said, nigga, what? That bitch has been sucking my toes. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? She allowed me to comb her hair. Nigga, I will allow you to rake up the leaves in my yard. What's up, sweetie? My girl, Khadijah. Like, I would allow you to rake up the leaves in my yard. I will allow you to clean out my garage if you like to be allowed to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is the most fantastic and incredible thing if you understand what you're witnessing. These people don't even understand that they're witnessing that. So while I'm trying to explain their condition, they're answering me with their conscious mind, because their subconscious mind is being blocked. Their ego now comes in to say, no, this is real. And see, they do feel real things doing what they're doing, because you will get off having phone sex. You will come to completion. So they feeling good because they don't know anything better. You know what I'm saying? They never had the real touch. You get the real touch, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? My phone bill too high, boo. I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way. And so so it's really me speaking over and over and over again through repetitious means for people who are right there.
Right.
Actually, you have it, but and I'm starting to see more younger people have it, because here's the science. What Bobby was doing in 91 and 2, all the way into all of his days, me from 2004, 5 or so, all the way to this day, to the young guys like yourself, we made it way for y'all to come. So I used to always say, what the fuck are we really doing? I keep talking to this rotating idiots over and over again, rotating idiots, or rotating right on the level of I just got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when the fuck is Shazam going to get to this motherfucker? When the fuck is Almighty Isis going to show up and go, good look, and panic? I got it from here. You know what I'm saying? Flash or Hulk or some fucking body. But what I started seeing around the country is 28-year-olds that just know this shit, which means like even younger, 14 and 15. And but I was studying you since I was 16, and I'm 24 now. So I said, oh, now I understand what we was doing. We actually opened for the gods to come here already in their right mind. See, the shit you talking is in your right mind. You don't really need no help from me, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm sure during what you were doing, I may have helped. But right now, you're saying everything that's right, but not from just, I know when people are repeating. I've said it. And I know when people listen to me and got the message too. You got my message. That's why I keep smiling when you're talking, because you definitely got my message. Like, I know when people just repeating it because they're trying to make me feel like they're trying to get a gold star for the day. You know what I'm saying? Here's the gold star, little nigger. You know what I'm saying? Here, little nigger. And like, I know that. I've been past that. And I can tell when somebody gets it, because you're able to put it in your own words. You're able to put the understanding in your own words. The altar, starting with the ancestral altar, is probably one of the most powerful things you could do. In fact, for every human need you have, you must turn to the ancestors. Do not ask Oshun, Elegba, or even Lakshmi for a damn thin dime. The prosperity she offers, though it can be money, it is actual spiritual prosperity. Try to keep her having dignity, because you're going to lose your dignity when you need money, and you don't want to bring your lost dignity to an entity. Remember, all of these entities are reflections of your own mind. Mm-hmm. That's where you get the idea of treating them so pristine, because it's the higher aspect of your mind. So that's where you get this respect and honor thing. But let's not get carried away. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You could be my wife, and I respect you, but I'm still saying, what the fuck is you doing? Go get a mint. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like lack of respect. In fact, that's the ultimate respect. We being real. Like, nigga, your ass look moist. You need to freshen up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're like, what the fuck? Really? You know what I'm saying? Start smelling shit. Oh, ooh, yeah, that's right. Let me get in the shower, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I smell your arms. So that's not, so why can't you talk to them like that? They are you. They're the same thing. So why can't you talk to old Shun like you gonna act like you don't see she got titties? Let's not play. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real with this shit. You sitting there honoring her titties. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit in real life. You don't go to the club and go, oh shit, nice titties. You want a Hennessy? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You like trying to see one pop out. You know what I'm saying? That's real. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. And so why wouldn't you do that with them? Why wouldn't you be who you are? You are celebrated, or need to celebrate for being who you are. Let your fucking hair out. You know what I'm saying? Talk like you talk. I don't hold my tongue and do whatever. Like a dude's like, nigga, you be saying it, nigga be saying it. Afterwards, she said, oh, nigga, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to come out because it's actually a reflection of what spirit is. You know what I'm saying? I'll hear this shit, I won't remember nothing I said, because it's really not me talking. I know that cliche has been said a lot, you know, Erykah Badu, coming through me. It's not me. So whoever's coming through it, they get the check, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You the one with the check. You know what I'm saying? You pay them. You know what I'm saying? I get the concept, but the more and more I talk, the more and more I'm like, I don't even recognize the guy who's talking in that moment. It's there, but it's like I'm taking a back seat to something that has to get out. Something greater in me that's explaining itself. And this is because once you activate it, which is all I want you to do, activate it. You have to know, this is what I teach in detail in my class. The difference is in your mind, the unconscious, subconscious, and your conscious. And we've been feeding our conscious, which is our ego, or our or our rationale, or our intellect. And this is because this is what you were trained to do in public school. Your subconscious mind learns holistically. It can use intellect as a tool, but now intellect is running our whole entire party. But intellect could be a tool. You need intellect to negotiate how to eat a hamburger, if you should eat a hamburger, what do you want on your hamburger? So it has a very low place. The Egyptians looked at that as like a childish thing. That's how you acclimate yourself to this world. And it's not real, because after you don't have a body, you are in the know, because you are it. There's nothing, you are it. So what do you have to reason with? What do you have to think about? What do you have to ponder? What do you have to debate? There's nothing when it's happening. That's like you in the middle of sex going, I wonder, should I do that move? Or should I do that move? You just move it. You're in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing what you do. So it's the same thing. Without the body, you're in it. You're doing what you do. So you're not going to ponder, you're not going to think. So the intellect and reasoning, that alone tells us is a product of earth. It's a product of ego. Now, it is constantly in a fear. It is constantly in survival mode. So anything in survival mode will do and tell you anything. You ever see this ugly bitch just walking around like she just know that shit is real? I don't care. She got mustaches. Like, I don't care what these niggas say. I got good pussy. You like, you know what I'm saying? But she, in her mind, you could tell that shit is real. Like she will look at you dead ass in the eye. It's wet. You like, yo, I don't think there's enough Hennessy in this cup. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? And But in their mind, they know they so ugly that they had to convince themselves. Otherwise, they knew they would not. They made a decision. I'll never get nowhere in this existence if I pretend that, if I be what I look like. So I'm just going to tell myself I'm the shit. Oh, my son had an ugly ass girlfriend when he was little, with a weave that was like really nappy as a fuck. Like her mom used to give her the old weaves. It was crazy. So she got a job before my son. You know, they was like 16, 17. Got a job. So I told Khadijah, watch when she come around that corner. You're gonna hear a theme song. Boom, you heard that fucking she's in there combing that shit. I'm like, oh my God. She looked like fucking Cicely Tyson, yo. And like, you know what I'm saying? When in them slave movies, when she had that shit on the side of her mouth, we're gonna get our freedom. Like she looked just like that. And let me tell you, you couldn't tell her she wasn't fine. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point she had to look in the mirror and say, I have to make this, because ain't nobody else gonna say it, I have to say it. But they do it so much that they actually convince themselves and they move in a reality as if it's true. Now that's a science. That's what we need to look at. Because if they can do that, why can't you do that for whatever cause you want? For riches, prosperity, comfort, relationship, all that bullshit you want. The energy that used to be trapped in the body, that's now free, is the ancestors. The altar is a gateway for them to resonate, or a meeting point for them, for you to access their energy. So if your auntie sucked a lot of dick, you know what I'm saying? You can get with her. She gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? Or real talk. I had a friend in KL. KL, he was cool when he was little. His cousin name was Poet. He was cool when he was little. I grew up in Queensbridge, in New York. He was cool. Then years later, this is about 98, 97. Computers come online. I start selling porno online. Shit was doing spectacular. 25 G's a month. You know what I'm saying? Do. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around with roller skates. Do. Eating lobster every day. Dumb nigga shit. Phone bill, late like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Late cable bill, late like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But still, though, Coogee, Fat Farm, all that shit of the day was on. You know what I'm saying? Coogee hat, everything polo. So KL was like, I can't remember how it came about. Some chick, she was actually from Atlanta. She was driving me and I was dumping all the videos in each mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Piling them shits up. So she fronted on me. I can't remember why. I'm like, fuck you then. I can't remember why I'm talking KL. I might have ran into him earlier for some reason. They had an album coming out. And so KL picked me up. So we filled the car up to the brim. The whole capacity of the car is like this. Well, I remember that nigga saying, all of them is tapes. I was like, he said all of them is $10. I was like, yeah, some of these is 20. Like, damn. He just loved the fucking hustle. So me and him started hanging, going to clubs, and he was selling his album. And just the way he was selling his album just had so many different hustles that I was like, damn, when I was making music, I feel lazy now. Nigga, I almost want to make an album just to catch up with what the fuck you doing. And he was just getting it, you know what I'm saying? So that hustle was over. We got a couple of years of that. Then I'm back studying, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in my life. Back at the mailroom, mad, you know what I'm saying? I'm studying computers, so I'm like, I'm never going back to this bullshit. Too much ons and offs. Studying computers, doing that. KL called me a couple of years later in Brooklyn. He's like, yeah, I'm doing, he said I'm doing some cigar company or some shit. I'm like, okay, blah, 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 blah. That's on a Thursday. And while he's talking to me, I started talking about Louis. Louis was a guy who got shot when he was 23, Green-Eyed Lou. His picture's up there. Both of their pictures up there. And he said, well, our album was called Screwball. That was Louis' name. He was Screwball. I said, I knew he was too young for me to know his street name. He said, yeah, his picture was on the album. I said, oh, actually, y'all gave me the one without artwork. So he said, yeah, my whole idea was to name our group after Louis. I said, oh, okay. Told me that on Thursday. Friday, Saturday. No, Friday, I said, let me contact Louis. Contact Louis. Louis told me what it was. Louis said he was trapped in the astral world because he didn't know how to get out. Because when he died, he had green eyes. So, you know, nigga, that's a nigga delicacy. So everybody's like, oh, he would have got so much pussy. He had green eyes. I was like, you could have gave him pussy while he was here. Stop acting like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that was, so he said that shit pulled him here. All them niggas saying that. He said he was like a lost boy. He said it was all the pussy and ice cream you could eat, but he knew there was a higher level. He said he was sleeping. Now, when I was doing those porno tapes, we're yelling out constantly, screwball, screwball, because their album is coming out. Lou said that shit woke him up. He said all that pussy got him out. I said, oh, blessing, da, 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 da. Saturday, I'm eating dinner with man dancing. I contacted Louis. As I'm telling him there's a song, Louis, 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 comes on the radio. My man said, yo, I said, yup, niggas in the building. So now, Sunday, nothing. Go to work on Monday, as I was doing computers now, chilling, the desk. My boy Dan called me, said, yo, KL died. So I just talked to him Thursday. He had bad asthma. He had an asthma attack. That's like, just talk to the nigga. So I got up with Lou and said, yo, nigga, you ain't tell me this nigga was going to die. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He said, just get him to me. And I got him. Now, mind you, I'm going to pause here to let you know, your greatest work is talking to them spirits and hooking the spirits up. Because Louis came and rescued that nigga for naming his group Screwball. Something that was just, he decided to do for Lou became the greatest thing he's done in his life. So you could be a butcher, a baker, a lawyer, a candlestick maker. You do some shit for your ancestors, watch the magic, because you're going to where they're going. So they need to be there to acclimate that ass. What's hard is them navigating through the astral world. It's hard for them niggas to get there. Now, the advanced conscious people, like a piece of cake. I predict, piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? Your consciousness is very advanced. Like, I promise you, I've talked to people for years. They haven't even said what you've said so far. And many people have been listening to me for years. I can tell when they're repeating it, and I can tell when they get it. So, going into meditation, we used to drink some shit called 99 bananas, poured that shit, doing a hard meditation. I'm going deeper, 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 deeper in darkness. I see a little golden light. Mind you, just might as well say now, when you die and be like, walk towards the light, do not walk towards the light. You're coming back to a fucking delivery room. Go towards the darkness. You're finding your own light, and you'll see it'll be a faint little light. And I seen it was KL. I remember grabbing him and navigating him through the astral world. It's like a two-dimensional plane. It was real weird. And I seen Lou say, I got him. Took him. And I went to sleep. And KL woke me up real excited. Yo, I didn't know we was Egyptians. I didn't know Bob. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. He said, I said, so what's your name? He said, Ta'ankh Nefer. Wrote it down. I said, all right. I said, hang out with Lou, get acclimated to that world. We catch up later. About less than a year later, but a little bit, there was a girl, because this was MySpace era. There was another chick, Nas, real fine, and she could really channel. So she's like, yo, I was in the spirit world. I was ushering people off, and I seen your man. You know, everybody knew because he made rap records. So they had minor fame. And he was like, you know, he said, I seen your boy. You know what I'm saying? He just said, where's Panic? He said, as soon as he said that, you came and just snatched him out. And he was gone. I said, wow, you didn't know I did that thing last night, so that's real. You know what I'm saying? So she bear witness to that shit. So now, less than a year later, KL comes. He's like, yo, man, I'm chilling with Bob Marley, Richard Pryor. This shit is great. You know what I'm saying? He said, for years, I was scared because I had asthma. You know, he's always in and out the hospital. You know, he had to walk around with the machine asthma. So he's like, for years, he was, you know, shook. And, you know, now that he see the shit just continues, man, he's like, he's just gassed out. Then he said, yo, let me tell you something. Remember those herbs that you made that you used to smoke? I said, yeah. He said, you need to sell those. I said, nigga, that's where you went too far. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas ain't gonna get that shit. He said, no, you need to sell them. Remember, he was this nigga was the entrepreneur nigga. At his wake, you had Pete Rock, maybe before your time, Premier, Marley Marl, eulogizing him. Marley's like, yo, I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. Music. I've been doing it since I was a kid. He said he would come and give me new shit to do. You know what I'm saying? He just was that dude with the business ideas. So that was his power, if you will. And as an ancestor, it becomes our power. We have access to that energy because it's no longer in the body. And he comes and he says, sell those herbs. Nigga, it'll never work. After I bought my house and all the rest of that crap that you would buy a bunch of Gucci's and Pradas and Polos and Louis and all the rest of that dumb shit. I racks and racks of sneakers, rooms of sneakers. I can't fit my clothes in 3 closets. After all of that nigga shit, after all of that appeasement of the ego later, because of that one word, just because of the one act of getting them over to the edge, putting them up on the altar, feeding them the 99 bananas, putting them up, putting Lou up, putting your peoples up. And each one of my peoples, my father was an excellent talker. Put him up and talking ever since. You know what I'm saying? But Deja's father came to me when he passed, said, you know, that's when we was getting together, so we going half on everything. He said, my daughter should never have to pay nothing else. I got it. My money went triple when he passed by putting his altar up. They sent his remains here. Khadija, I'ma do it. Fuck that shit. I went, I dug in that shit, and I built that altar. So he told me to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wouldn't get in trouble. He said for me to do it. And because I knew that moment, she's never paid the bill since. So your ancestors and the importance of the ancestor altar, there's no more thing important as a tool to get your ass on there. Your mind got to be right. Your mind has to be driving it. They're working with you, not for you. You know what I'm saying? And you got the mind for it, but we're letting the users know that they're working with you, not for you. And so you have to have that straight up positive knowing in you. I know that I'm a success. I know that I will never be broke. I know that I'm a god. I know that I can put my head through that wall and not even feel it. Eat poison and shit cufflinks. Ain't nothing. And you have to have this knowing, this confidence, no matter how far-fetched it is. What thing says it's not true? You can make up anything. Who's the one who's saying it's not true? People? Jesus? God? What's the name? So that means anything you make up is real.
Exactly.
I got 2 dicks. I feel like I got 2 dicks. What the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say it's not true?
So building on that, I want to talk about magic. A lot of people will come on my channel and they'll say, "Oh, she must be a witch," or maybe she's not. Like all of these types of things. I work with different elements. You know, you talking about the herb packs. I do want to pause there just in case anybody who's watching this after Pretty Boss TV, y'all make sure that y'all go check out Occult Lectures if you're looking for something to help you with your third eye pineal gland. Okay, that's what the herb packs are for.
Well,
so,
let me let them know this. Oh, it's a long wait. This is a worldwide product. Been serving people for 10 years. So I always have to say that. They be in there, where's my shit? I'm like, nigga, you on a long, thirsty line, my brother. So don't look at it as this Amazon or eBay. Look at it as just put your money in. You will get what you pay for, but it's gonna be some time. I can go right now and show y'all the bins that are just ready to go. Not even what I have to rack up or email. What is racked? What is packed and ready already in mail bins? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mail bins ready to roll, and maybe 3 of them are gonna go tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So there's always mail going out, but this is a worldwide product. So I don't want you to get your hopes up high like it's eBay or you're going to get hotepped on. I'll tell you straight out. If it's not for you, if you don't have the patience to wait for it, it's not for you. But it is a certified home dinger. You know what I'm saying? Certified. like I said, we're talking 10 years of selling this. You can't fake that for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. It's like, it's almost, I wish like it would stop a little bit. No lie.
I already know. I got you.
It's almost on that level.
Because you know you got videos that people are still watching, so it's like it's always going to be new orders coming in. Some you might have discussed it 3 years ago. Now they're seeing it and they're coming for it.
Yeah, they're coming in and they don't hear all the updates of how ferocious it got and how late has gotten just as ferocious. So I like to put that out as I go. But yes, there's also spiritual baths. There's I don't really like to promote consultations. I can't really talk to people. That don't work out too tough for me. My wife does readings. She's known for them. You know, not that, you know, regular shit. You should get a fish tank. Shit that like, how the fuck did you know that? What else? Classes. I have a book. I'm about to finish my second book is being edited. So there's a whole lot of stuff. You can follow links to find out where I do live lectures in cities too. So I've been doing more live lectures. Florida's next. So about Chicago, you know, and Washington, maybe Texas and Philly again. You know, we're just hitting all the Negro spots. But there's always something. So it's worthwhile to follow. And if you have not a penny, there's thousands of hours of free information.
Exactly.
Thousands.
Transformative free information too, you know, things that you can do. That's one thing that I want to say this because it was a point in time, especially when I was trying to, you know, really tap in. It was certain people I would listen to, you know, Abraham Hicks, and even before her. But a lot of these people that we see on TV or that's in the mainstream, they talk it, but they don't actually give you the tools. And that's one thing that really made me resonate with you, because I'm like, you giving me things to do that works. And I took that and just ran with it. And that's what I want to talk about with magic, because I'm like, I want to talk about magic and rituals. Okay. Every new moon, every full moon, I'll do a ritual, and it'll be designed around a specific goal or intention. And I share it with everybody else to do. And so the thing that I've been realizing about magic, because a lot of times people are like, well, you said to use 3 candles. Can I use 2 white candles? And I'm like, yes. I mean, these are specific to me, but you can always tailor anything to you. In fact, that's really what you want to do. You want to customize it to work perfectly for you. That's just like, you know, you cooking something, you find a recipe, but then when you really start to finesse it, you add your own ingredients to it. So with the magic, I want to talk about this because a lot of times people who are joining the Patreon, they'll be like, well, they want to do everything. They want to astral project, you know, have these deep experiences with these deities, you know, channel, do all this type of stuff. And I'm like, really, it's supposed to be a fun experience, and all of that stuff comes to you. I want to talk about magic. I want you to explain what magic is from your perspective. But I just want to talk about it because a lot of people don't understand it. This really is supposed to be fun. When I started to become a powerful creator was when I started to create, like you were talking about earlier, like I created when I was a kid. Even right now, you'll see I have dolls. This is one of many. I was dreaming about dolls. When I first started meditating, I kept dreaming about Barbies. And I wake up like, what the hell am I dreaming about Barbies? I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not about to play with Barbies. So someone told me, like, just look. So I get a doll. This thing grows into something else. To make a long story short, I got a whole room of dolls. But what I started to realize is that I can manifest with my dolls. It's easy to do that. It's like, this is the doll that's me. This is me right here, the doll version. She got like 2 houses, whips, planes. And it's so funny because it's easy for me to manifest that through her because I feel it when I'm playing with it. And a lot of the things that I manifested in my doll world a couple of years ago, now they're all just swooping into my life. So it's like, to make a long story short, what I'm trying to say, explain to them, of course, you have to have a certain understanding. You have to understand how things work. There are laws to the universe, especially when we're talking about the Kabbalion. But when you understand rules, then you create your own rules. That's really what I want to get into when it's talking about magic. So I just wanted you to speak on magic in general.
You just broke it down. Actually, what you said about your dolls is fucking actual magic, period. The end. It is absolutely taking your imagination and using a tool to make it manifest. And the classic definition of magic is you doing something, white people will call it magic because they don't understand the science on what's happening. So what's the science? The science is, all it is you being able to take what you think of and make it materialize. So there's methods to do that. So that's the altar, the candle magic, fairy magic, crystals, candles, Kabbalah's another way, you know, uh, Ouija boards, forms of divination. So all of these are just methods to do one thing only. You see, that's what I teach in class. What's the one thing? What are all of these things? And I go through them all and show you how they do it. How all of these things are not different things. It's one thing. And that one thing is to program your subconscious mind. That's magic. Well, let me say that's the science. The magic is these tools are how you made manifest, and they're going, wow, that's what you said, and it happened. Yeah, because you know how to use these tools to make your will be done. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to make your will be done. In this reality, what's your will be done? A nice house, AC is working, able to eat, you know what I'm saying? Be able to kick your feet up and watch a big TV, really. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people have their different definitions of peace on their job. Most people don't get it. Most people are just getting along. Look, I've been working for 10 years. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. I live deliciously. That's magic in this fucking world. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, I can do what I want, go where I want, sit how I want, talk to anybody like I want. I ain't got to listen to not one goddamn person but Khadijah. I narrowed this shit down to one woman. I just got to listen to. And, you know, I guess the point is, you know, white people would say this is magic because they have no idea. So that's really a word for them. For us, this was the normal operation of our thinking. Now has become magic to us because we forgot how to do it. But this was the normal operation of manifestation. Some were good with different things. They actually had names for people who collected dolls. They were called juju women or juju man. Juju means toy. So you would be a juju woman where you naturally have these dolls. My cousin, not conscious, but can't stop buying fucking dolls and puppets and weirdo shit. I was like, oh, she would be a natural juju woman. That was a whole system of talking to dolls and statues in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And those were the scariest motherfuckers because you could bring a person's spirit inside the shit. Remember the ugly, let me tell you, the ugly girl that my son had me find this shit. This shit right here. Remember, he had the ugly girlfriend. We tried everything in our fucking power. You know what I'm saying? So she left her dirty panties over here. I said, wait, don't touch them fuckers. Let's get a bear. Her name is J Bear. J, he called her J Bear. You see, there's a hole right there where her drawer is still in it. You know what I'm saying? We took out the stuffing and filled it with her funky ass underwear muffins. And all I did was put it on his grandfather's altar. Said, you handle it. The nigga said, don't do nothing. We said, nigga, what? We said, okay. We stopped saying shit. Sure enough, he came home. Shit was funny as fuck. Came home and, you know, she's pregnancy, abortion, you know, shit's getting ugly. You know, we like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? So he was at her house, he came home, you know, niggas happy to be home, he's singing and doing the moonwalk and all this shit. So I'm like, yo, you know, I used to buy turkey meat and tell him to make it the burgers, freeze it, you know, make a patty and freeze it so he could eat it at will. So that's his food. So I'm like, yo, man, I told you to do that before you left. You know what I'm saying? Do it. So he's doing it. You know, he's doing Michael Jackson. So she's sitting on the couch. And I'm like, oh, you got your job. You know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. What you trying to do? She's like, well, trying to get an apartment. I said, wait a minute. With him? She said, yeah. I said, Jay, look around. He ain't going no fucking where. And then he's doing this shit. This shit was funny. So he ain't going nowhere. I said, he ain't getting no pressure from us. Nigga live in the basement. That nigga's up right now. You think he's going to struggle? She kind of said, and I'm not even saying it to throw no heat on it. I'm just saying it like, a matter of factly. That bitch said, So she got a roommate. And my son's like, yo, I called her. She's like, what the fuck you calling me for? I'm like, what? I'm like, she said that? I said, yeah, she got some new Burger King dick. She working at Burger King. Like, she got some Burger King dick. She don't know how to act. You know, but when she get lonely at night, hey, so he got the message, and that was the end of that. So his grandfather pretty much said, just let it play out. So we'll bring all this shit to the ancestors. That's magic. Being able, and that's the juju magic, being able to take her information, put it in that doll, and let them deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different techniques, but ultimately you're taking symbols, objects. Anything with DNA on it is a very powerful symbol. So you're taking symbols and objects and making it. Her name was J Bear. Find a bear. I told her, let's find the bear. Cut it out. We made a J Bear. Put our little dirty drawers up in that motherfucker. That's a wrap. We could do many of things with that, but it wasn't about hurting a girl. It was just about letting her move on. You know, her moms had cat pictures on Facebook. You know, I'm like, you could tell a woman about her moms. You know what I'm saying? Her mom's funky as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So if her mom's is funky, I'm like telling her, I'm not even mad that she that ugly, because you know some girls know how to do it when they grow up. You know, make their ugly. They work with what they got and shit. So I was like, well, she'll bloom. Khadijah wasn't having that shit. It's like, no, that bitch ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll bloom. So I wasn't even that as much as it was like her mom's. You know, I said she gonna flip. You know what I'm saying? And look, she just don't know no better. Her mom's is low class. You know what I'm saying? Her mom's is crazy. Her mom was doing some real funky shit. Some real funky shit. Like she didn't know Khadijah was that funky. Like you know, it was abortion time. We gave her half, gave it to the mom. The mom's bounced with half the money. You know, so Khadijah eat it. So I'm like, fuck it, let's take the L. What you want to go eat? He was like, oh, we ain't going to eat. We're going to see this bitch. I'm like, come on, you know this bitch is low class. Just let it go. She's like, oh, I ain't letting shit go. I'm like, oh, goddamn, my nipples is getting hard. This goes. So we rolled up to a subdivision. Well, not subdivision. She had an apartment complex. I said, they got that bitch right there in front of the rent office. That bitch paying the rent without money. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? These pull up behind her and say, yo, what happened? She said, yo, she was crying and they didn't want to do this. They went back and we went back. Our son already said she was crying. The mother said, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Let's go. When she had that money. So then Khadijah's like, she's like, well, I hear all of that. Where's my money at? I said, oh, this shit right here. He said, no, I was trying to do this shit. Okay, but where the fuck is my money at? He said, no, I gave it and I put it in the check and I had to switch it over. I'm about to see somebody at Burger King and we about to get shit. Okay, I'll follow you. She's trying to drive fast. Khadijah drive fast anyway. Trying to lose us. She just parked, got out and was like, yo, I don't have the money. Khadijah got out the car and said, what the fuck did you say? She said, oh, you playing with the wrong motherfucker's money right now. I'm sitting there going, oh, shit, I didn't see nothing. I'm going, ooh, this is getting spicy. And then, like, she said, I will fuck you up without getting off my couch. She said, you need to find a way to have my money sent back to me deliciously. All right, then. And we got in the car. I'm like, oh, shit, who is you? Incredible. And then next day, Khadijah said, yeah, I seen her. She was weak. She has a problem in her heart. She said, it being smothered. So I smothered that bitch all last night. I'm like, God damn, I better be on your good side. You know what I'm saying? Better be on your good side. Word to the mother. My son came upstairs and said, yo, she put the money in the mailbox. I said, Khadijah, you a bad bitch. It was some change, but it was the principle. And
right.
Lo and behold, that bitch had a heart attack a couple of years later. Found Jesus, they said. Told her, oh, she found Jesus. But so it's really your mind, your power of your mind and your thoughts. And when you use tools and batteries, which you can say ancestors or deities, to push those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So if you know Oshun is love, is going to push the thought of love or help you receive the feeling of love. You know what I'm saying? So she acts like a battery. You know what I'm saying? You need obstacles. You say Ogun, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or Ganesha to break through or whatever. The deity characteristic is trying to tell you just about an energy. That's all. They're not a person up there. So she can't be mad at you. no more than your. If you lick your light socket, it would be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But is it really emotionally mad at you? It would shock the shit out you. You stick a knife in that motherfucker. You put a fork in the microwave. Is the microwave mad at you? You're just using the energy wrong. Most of these people are misusing the energy, but they're trying to use it from the traditional standpoint. This is a different time. You know what I'm saying? So these had to be used. You got to understand these things evolve. There was some shit I heard that was wise, which was, I put it on my Facebook. I was actually going to go back and break it down a little bit more in a lecture, which was something like the chumps or the punks or the assholes, you could say, conform to the laws, while the gods deal with context, which means it's everything Bobby Hemmett was saying. The chumps and the punks are still trying to do what we did in Africa with Oshun, goddamn fucking 100 years ago. Like, it's this law. You can't, if you're not initiated, you don't wear these beads, you don't wash your vagina from front to back and not back to front, you're not in. You know what I'm saying? Now, the gods deal with context. We're in a whole different situation. We're in a whole different reality. And you have to deal with Oshun within this reality. So while Oshun may have been throned while you're in Africa, she a hoe over here in America. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They treating the black woman like a second-class citizen here. So black women, ironically, the ones with the power, has shown power within their situation. Y'all still are glowing within this goddamn slavery. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still look fucking incredible in this slavery. And then there's the next level. There's strippers and hoes and prostitutes that are some real gangsters, which are really throned queens in another time. You know what I'm saying? So they're playing both sides of the court. And Oshun plays both sides of this court too. You understand what I'm saying? So you be like, Oshun is not the patron saint of these hoes. That's exactly where she's at. They say that in the Bible. Jesus would be with all the thieves and the crooks and the hoes. There's no man named Jesus. They're trying to tell you where this energy resides, where Christ's energy resides. It resides in those who are trampled and who are smashed, who are under the foot. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're going to see the gods show up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your humanity so suppressed, there's nothing left but your God forces to come out. So that's why Christ will be with the dregs of society and all the rest of that shit. That's us in this reality. And we need to accept that. Stop trying to be egotistical and cute. The worst thing is they giving you this goddamn false pride of civil rights and all the rest of that crap. You know what I'm saying? This false pride makes you believe that you're going somewhere, that you're evolving. And then they're throwing away the dumbasses like Cardi B and that thing, and all that. This dumb as fuck now. Don't get me wrong. But you, in a certain way, I can evaluate that and look and understand her purpose and her necessity and what she represents. How even within, you gotta, you know how amazing her story is really? And this is the first time I'm really saying it out loud because it's so stupid. You know what I'm saying? But to know, to understand and know you are that looked upon, and she's pretty smart because I've seen her Instagram. She's got sense in her head. Not conscious, but sense in the head, where you're looked upon and already, as you walk through the door, seen as nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Seen as nothing, but you know you have more to offer. And I like the way she works the ignorance to power. So you would look at her. I like dumbass song. I like Cartier and I like diamonds. Bitch, you like everything every other bitch like. You know what I'm saying? I like big pocketbooks. I like Gucci. I like the red bottoms. Like, bitch, you like everything everybody else like. You're not really saying nothing new, but she's still ingeniously being that. You get what I'm saying? She's showing you the genius even in that. And those are who Oshun was. Because that's where the spirit is. And believe you me, I'm not like, you never would hear me listen to one of them dumbass songs. I don't even want to see that.
And it's funny, I ain't even trying to cut you off, but it's funny that you said that's who Oshun will go to, because I think a picture of Cardi B popped up on my Pandora. And when I looked, she has a tattoo of her on her thigh of peacock feathers. And when I see peacock feathers, I think of Oshun. So if she don't know that,
I forgot. She had some altar. There's a picture going around when she's standing in front of an altar too, and I forgot all about that. So she is fucking with it.
But yeah, she is Afro Latina, so of course.
Right. Yeah, that is Puerto Rican shit. So I forgot about that. But that's who Oshun would actually be with, because she's manifesting power within the card she's dealt. She's not fronting like Nicki Minaj. Nicki, you suck so much dick to get there, or whatever you did. Who even gives a fuck? But that ain't real, and nobody knows you not to be real. Fucking, I see movies where white housewives are dancing to her shit. I'm like, that ain't nothing real. You know what I'm saying? I get the money's real, but that ain't real. Oshun and them ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? No more than you are with that. You know what I'm saying? They with bitches like Cardi B, real hood rats. You know what I'm saying? That's where the power is. So now you have all these traditional niggas thinking you have to be pristine and so on and so forth, but they're not getting the energy. Remember, there's different paths to Oshun. So they're getting light, different echoes of this shit, and they're feeling something. You know what I'm saying? They're feeling something, but they're not getting the full dose of this shit, because it's about relationships, agreements. So they have an agreement to be a traditionalist with it, to pour her water, to not step on these toes, to talk to her only on Friday or whatever the fuck they do. Give her fucking peacocks and honey and move the fuck on and hope they did it right and be scared all week. You know what I'm saying? That they did it right. So once you grow up in this game, and once you start figuring out these aha moments, as we talked about in the beginning, what starts to happen is you no longer see yourself as subservient to these things. The energies, when they speak to you peer to peer. They don't speak to me as like, if I sit around thinking she's going to allow me to comb her hair, that's exactly what I'll do. If a girl comes through the door and say, will you allow me to suck your dick? I'm going to say, you're allowed. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing? No, you're better than that. You know what I'm saying? You're better than that. No, you're allowed. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying I'm allowed to comb Oshun hair, comb away. You know what I'm saying? Comb away. You know what I'm saying? So it's really your mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's your mentality. I mean, I don't walk around the earth kowtowing to girls. Okay, I'll be happy. So why am I gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? You got to be who you are. That is recognized most of all in spiritual work. You got to keep it funky. If you ain't gonna keep it funky with the world, you best to keep it funky with yourself. You know who and what you are. You know how far you're willing to go, and you know how scared you are. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas are sitting here talking about I did this and Baphomet. You ain't did shit, but sat around and talked on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've done shit where I said, damn, maybe I shouldn't have did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, this shit feel funny. I shouldn't have did that shit. I had to walk it off. You know what I'm saying? Go to the store and just get some air. Like, God damn, I wonder if that'll go away. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and while we're calling it magic, you're really just, it's really a science.
Exactly.
A science to expand your mind. You're expanding your mind, and you're using entities and deities as personalities to access different energies that exist within you. So through the personality is how we know how to grasp onto it and have a communication with it, because otherwise it would just be a complex energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's less complex when they have a name, a color, a bird. They call it a mount. A mount, you know, like a horse or a bird if it flies on, or the iconography of it, the dates, the colors, the herbs, the days of the week, let's just say, you know, all the things that we can say, make in a tangible world, say this is Oshun, and all these tangible things that allow me to work with. So Oshun has the glasses. These are my Oshun glasses. I can put Oshun on, see Oshun anytime I need her. You know what I'm saying? I look through the world through the eyes of Oshun. You can do it. Why not? What's stopping you? See, they're so traditional, they can't go that far. So even in the tradition, as we pointed out, it's still a religious mindset, and it still shuts down the imagination. It's imaginative to say this. These are my Oshun glasses. Oh, I see all the pussy. Here they go. Here they go now. There they go now. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. I feel in love when I put these on. I feel loved when I put them on. I feel it right now. It's just trickling up my spine. You know what I'm saying? Like slide some oil to me. You know what I'm saying? And that realm of imagination is magic. That's magic. To be able to say something and feel it. Just make yourself feel it. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself feel it. Who's the boss saying that's not true? Who's saying that? Who makes it true and who makes it not true? Or I thought the mind was all. So you can make anything true because at some point somebody sat around and made all that old shoom shit up. Where do you think it came from? She really came from heaven? All right, we're gonna hang around here for a while, do some mythologies, then we're gonna bounce. Like, nah, that's a made-up thing. Somebody said, okay, we got enough niggers now. Let's start writing some shit. Okay, on Friday, you're gonna do this. On Tuesday, you're gonna do this. Oh, you're Obatala. Oh, you're Ogun. Oh, you're Ochosi. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, that's who I am. It's pretty much one shaman who's conscious like me trying to give it to a bunch of dead niggas who don't have, there's no religion. So I have to find a way to organize these niggas. So when they go, I can't find a boyfriend. What did you do for? Go to the water, bring that to the water, get the feather, rub the feather, cleanse yourself, bring her some honey, and you're gonna get some pussy. And they'll be like, yeah, yeah. And really all I did, because they have been so trained all their life into this, their subconscious mind believes if they do that, it's real. All the shaman did was fool their own subconscious mind into accepting something real, which is magic. You'll be, oh, that's magic, but actually it's a science because you no longer know how to control your subconscious mind. You need a shaman to do it. This culture started something called tradition. And if you broke tradition, it started something called superstition. And superstition started something called religion. So we was well on our way to this before a white man showed up. It's not like the white man came and we said, okay. We was already in the fall of this. I've seen them African shows where they had to beat this nigga over his head, this nigga leaking, the shaman was sucking blood out of his head, spitting it, making that no face, like reading his head. And the nigga said, after the nigga was beat up, the nigga had the tissue on his head, that nigga like, oh shit. I'm gonna have a lot of fish this year, a lot of fish. I'm like, man, you did all that for fish, nigga? You took your ass down to the fucking Red Lobster, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Got you a, you know what I'm saying? So like, so these niggas is out their mind, really. And these niggas is really out their mind. Like, you know, I seen niggas come at me, oh, man, yo, doing it wrong, ain't initiating it. I'm like, nigga, just cause you stuck, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just you just be stuck. You just enjoy your fucking your bimbes, you know what I mean? Them dancing. Man, just enjoy that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately you're not fighting even, forget the spirituality. The logic that I'm saying is sound. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? The human actually intellect that I'm speaking on this is way sound. What idea do you think? Who's the first nigga initiated? Where did he get it from? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the initiation but a ceremony to shock the psyche into a before and after? So how are you shocking the psyche using an African system when your ass is a fucking American dumb nigga? You know what I'm saying? You need a dumb nigga initiation, you know what I'm saying? And then you be up to date. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like this. I tell this in class, like if the initiation is pulling out a gun in your face, if you Theo Huxtable, whoa, nigga, this is what just happened. You know what I'm saying? That's so Raven, nigga. And you will always be able to say there was Theo before and then Theo when they pulled the gun on me. So if you're told that once you pull the gun on you, you're a man, then you are now been shocked where your subconscious mind said, well, every man I know went through this, and I just went through it. I am a man. I am ready to have my own house. I am ready to take my own wife. I'm ready to hunt. I'm a man. They pulled the gun out on me. I lived through it. I'm good. I'm a man. That's all that's really happening here. Nothing more. You have now been souped up and you believe what your uncles went through, but it's a little bit more detailed because they used to call these rites of passage in Africa. They was cutting off dick tips and all sorts of real shit though. So you knew you was a man after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Your fatu, they would say. Now, with this being said, if you are Tukey Williams, that's the nigga who made the Crips, and they go, here's a gun in your face. You go like, nigga, this is an everyday occurrence. Why am I initiated? So you're trying to use the same initiation all the way across the board. When they would create an initiation, they were creating it in the culture that everyone ate the same, slept the same, farted the same, married the same, had sex the same, had babies the same, were deaf. So you were just pretty much talking to a clone. So if I did one rites of passage for you, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because they were the same nigga. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not in that place. You're in the place of absolute evil. You go to Walmart right now, there's a whole aisle with just different ice cream, nigga. That shit alone got you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You could, there is so many ice cream delivery systems in this motherfucker that you go to Africa, what do you see? White and chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Because in the old worlds, they understood shit like that fucked up the ego. Choices. That's why they give you all these choices in America. It's about fucking up your ego, making you believe you something different and something special. Because you like your ice cream with sprinkles and crushed at the bottom with a little cherry in it, like all that dumb shit that you could possibly get. You like yours this way, and that makes you fucking special. Nigga, these little things that make us think we're different. We're not. We're the same entity with the same core needs. In that book, Mind Control 101 by, what's his name, Dandelion Jones, he talks about, look at you. Look at you. Look at that. He's not like that. He talks about the 7 needs of all people. And those 7 needs are general. And you'll find that's the core of where they build all these self-help books on. So they ain't going to tell you the origin of that. They're just going to make these self-help books. People want to be heard. People want to be listened to. People want to matter, so on and so forth. So there's niggas who know how to make you do that. Niggas try to do that shit to me all the time. Yeah, Panic, you the man, nigga, boy, nigga, boy. Nigga, that dick tugging don't work on me. Son. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? First, I don't like niggas tugging my dick. That is, you know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas greet me, I'm like, yo, you can't greet me like you got pussy money. You know what I'm saying? That don't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Just say what's up. I don't even take myself that serious. You know what I'm saying? If you can get Khadijah to be that excited when I walk through the door, then we working on something. Just show her how to bitch up like that, nigga. She smile every time I walk in the room. And these niggas acting more excited. You know what I'm saying? Flapping their legs. My name too long, man. Like, you would think you want that, but these niggas, I've never met something like that because they're so used to having a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really see me. I'm dead serious. I don't want to be a preacher. I don't even want to slap your hand too much. I don't even want to give you knuckles. Just learn and go move on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a friendly people person like that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm saying fuck you and you niggas stink, it's from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Like just a YouTube trick. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is disgusting. And the only person that hate niggas worse is Khadijah. Very few niggas I could fuck with because their humanity starts to show. Half of them, like I said, they're always trying to perform. Like before niggas really, really talk to me, it was really weird. I would meet niggas, they would go right into this science shit. Like, I give them a flyer for a show. And, on the 23rd, that's 5 over 7 minus 2. That's Jack's ace equals Trey over Kabbalah and Joker's Wild. I said, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what system you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And still don't know what the fuck is that. Like, they'll hit me with weird shit because they don't know what to expect. Then after 5 minutes, when I'm acting more normal than they are, then they kind of say, oh, okay, this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? and then they start acting regular. Then they try to act extra regular. Now they showing me that they acting regular. It's really pathetic. Like I never would thought that would be my story. It's really pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because I always looked at it as real nigga shit. Just be a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's overabundance. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I stopped having niggas come to my class. Like niggas was coming to my class. Oh man, like niggas is in. I'm sitting there like trying to teach, like he's sitting across from me. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, nigga, this is weird. So let me tell you. So, like I said, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna have to do this shit without niggas because it's getting creepy now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting fucking creepy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just send me weird gifts. You know what I'm saying? Spirit sent for you to have this. Oh man. So I had to slow it down. But that's the madness that we are in. You know what I'm saying? We are in this fucking area of madness that is how do you say you gotta just excuse it. Like it's a part of it. At first I was very rough on that shit. Like truthfully getting with Khadijah, she kind of made me a little bit more personable. Like, hi, hey. Like, I was terrible. Like, because I had no patience for that. Bobby Hemmett used to say to me, he used to be like, well, you got to remember that you're actually from it. Most of these people have never heard it before. And I could tell somebody who's heard it before is from it. You are that. You've heard it before. You're from it. Your grasp of the information is well. You went straight to the methodology, which has always been my hope. Motherfuckers still know everything I've said, word for word, but don't do anything I said to do. You know what I'm saying? I could count on the people. People got my class and they understand it, but the people who really got it, they'll like listen to the recordings and you'll hear them. They won't be able to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know, I just feel it. Kind of like what you were saying. Like you just know, it's just a moment that you just could see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you lust for those moments. That's all this shit is about. And that's the changing of your DNA. The DNA is actually changing. Or your DNA is evolving. I should say that. And it's kind of like, let's say this hand is your perfect DNA. The earth represents fucked up in this. So your DNA is hit with the fucked up in this, and it's intertwined with your human interaction now. So you're working through humanity and the stupidity of humanity to get it back to this pristine state with the humanity now in order. So it's now added on to the catalog that you already were. So you're balancing out an equation here. We all are, you know what I'm saying? So this humanity represents a problem and everybody has a work. So even the dude hanging out at a truck stop, jacking niggas off, working it out, you know what I'm saying? Strippers, doctors, butchers, the dead Christian just in the church doing that. And the conscious are the most pristine. The conscious are the most sacred of all this shit. Not in the better than you, but the most valuable here for the work. Let's just say that. Because ultimately we're all one mind. So even that dead Christian nigga is kinship with your mind. The only thing that separates him from you now is how deep he's ensconced in humanity. So you are throwing off the shackles of humanity each time you hear that word. But really what you're doing is balancing out the human equation internally, knowing how to master humanity. So humanity usually masters everyone else. So much so they give up and say, Oshun's my boss. I do what she says. Ogun's my boss. Because Jesus was their boss, but they just couldn't ride on Jesus. They didn't let Jesus take the wheel anymore. So it's like Oshun take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So they let Oshun take the wheel. And because they cannot drive their own lives, they don't have the spiritual fortitude, and that takes a while. So those like yourself who do have that fortitude is a testimonial to your ancient being, and you should be doing the work you're doing. You should be teaching the people you're teaching, but you're teaching real shit. When I looked at your site, I seen you had a lot of work. So that also made me say, okay, she's not just did a couple of videos trying to come up. A lot of work. You put a lot of dedication into your channel. And you're saying some real sensible shit. You said some real sensible shit here today. And real proper. And that makes me happy. As I said, I was talking to it felt like I was talking to a fucking black hole, you know what I'm saying, for years. And you just, something keeps telling you to keep going. But it ain't niggas, because them niggas is telling you, cease and assist, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't working, nigga. Do the stinky leg, do the stinky leg. I'm like, oh, nigga, really? And I couldn't figure this shit out. So it's kind of like, it's good to see young folk. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50. It's good to see young folk, you know what I'm saying, that's really going somewhere and teaching some shit, you know what I'm saying, and really know what they're doing. That shit is good to see, you know what I'm saying? So we're putting together, I think I'm going to consider you. So you definitely need to stay in touch as well. And I'll answer more questions if you have them. But you definitely need to stay in touch as well, because Brother Rich was talking about doing a feminine, all women's a show. So we know we got Khadijah. I got another sister, C. Marie Long. Probably Sonia Barrett, which is another sister, was pretty good. And you sound like you'd be a good fourth. You know what I'm saying?
I would love it. I'm down.
Okay. All right. So good. Excellent. So when it's that time, he's still very early, but when it's that time, you definitely on that. But if not, I do plenty of stuff. I want to start having people open up for me and stuff like that too.
Right.
I'll keep it in mind, because I do like what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Very, very incredible. And yeah, like I said, I still answer more of your questions. Like I said, it don't matter. This is all
okay. So I want to read her direct question, but I already know what she was asking. This is from one of my members. So when we're talking about karma, which this is extremely important to speak about, because they teach us that what goes around comes around. What you do is going to come back. If you all of these types of things, but then we start to come to a level of realization, like, is that actually a law, or is karma actually happening because is that what I expect in my own mind? So I want you to speak on that.
Yes, karma, the idea, as even if you read the textbook definition of karma, that's not even it. You know what I'm saying? It's really just simply cause and effect. So this is karma, cause and effect. Our interpretation of bad or good is what we're talking about, is where people are getting caught up on. So the priesthood back then, because there was no religion, said, how do you control people? And because there was no religion, they said, well, let's use karma. We'll say if they do good things, they get out of the body earlier. If they do bad things, they not only stay longer, they could become worms and slugs. So it was a way to control people. And later, it only means cause and effect. Karma is nothing but the law of one of the laws of Tahuti, the sixth law of cause and effect. That's all it is. The same thing. Without every cause, there's an effect. Without every effect, there's a cause. So naturally, if I'm going around smacking grannies, it doesn't mean somebody's going to smack my granny, but somebody's definitely going to shoot my ass. You know what I'm saying? Just, that's the live by the gun, you die by the gun, is karma. It's not so much that it's what's due to you. It's always trying to find balance. So naturally, if I feel like I'm around smacking hoes, somebody's going to smack me at least or do worse. If I'm like, man, I smack every nigga's sister. Smack. Somebody's going to say, he smacked my motherfucking sister? At the very least, I'm getting smacked. At the very least. But somebody's going to pound the shit out of me. So it's not like a smack for a smack, like it's some sort of even balance. It's like if you keep putting energy out, you're going to get the energy back. You put a lot of good energy out, you will get good energy back. But you still see motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, spit on you. Here's $1. Fuck you. Give me $2. Like, nigga, that's $1. You still see that kind of shit. So karma is not good or evil. Karma is something you buy into. It's a choice. And you can use karma and cause and effect to balance out and go through lifetimes if you choose. Or you could get caught in it. So they also talk about it in the judgment scene with Osiris and your heart being light as a feather. So when you're saying the 42 negative confessions, I have not stolen I have not robbed. I have not raped. I have not taken his goats. I have not looked at thy neighbor's wife and all the rest of that bullshit. Believe you me, I did all that shit. I may even rape some goats. You know what I'm saying? I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? I was stealing neighbors' goats. Panic has done that, but my soul is innocent. So you get to a level of your consciousness when you're, let's say, you're not really at the judgment scene, but you're at this crossroad where you say, I have to go back to earth because I've done all these bad things, so I have to make them good. So you're still in this human mentality of bad and good. And that's where you get this idea of karma being attached to bad and good. You know, I never really had that record company. You know, I never really did it for my daughter. You know, I never. Your heart is now heavier than a feather. But see, I'm conscious. So I'm sitting there going, oh, I've raped, I've stolen, the panic has done all that. When I was 4 years old, I stole cookies. Guilty as charged. But my soul is innocent.
Exactly.
Because I've never been here. Panic was here, but I have never been here. Bing, heart light as a feather. There is no karmic debt if this is a fucking illusion. You can't have it both ways. This is the illusionary world, the world of appearances. Oh, you're doing shit, karma. It's like people are looking for many ways to condemn themselves. You know what I'm saying? Once you find you're free from all this, who is the Lord of karma? So when you sit around going, I don't think that's karmic debt. I think I was right. Who's going, no. Karma bad. Who's weighing this? What's his name? Jesus? Mary? Joseph? Oshun again? Ogun? Who is it? Right. There's nobody up there but your mind. And if your mind is all, then who controls karma? Just off of that. Like by the time you get to the 6th law, all you have to do is revert to the 1st law.
Exactly.
Well, actually, my mind is all. The mind is all. The universe is mental. So what is all? All means God. All means everything. And the mind is everything. The universe is mental, and the mental is mind. Mental mind is the same. So the universe is in my mind. So that means all things are in my mind. All things are mental. All things in the universe come from my mind. Earth is in the universe. Last I checked, that means anything on earth can be controlled through my mind. Anything in existence can be controlled through my mind. So I just took a piece of knowledge, turned it into wisdom. Now the understanding is how I walk around the motherfucking planet. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is the process. I walk around the planet under the understanding that the mind is all. And all things that happen to me start here and end here. You can't do shit to me. It's me allowing this shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could do nothing. There's no such thing as an accident. You know what I'm saying? Cause and effect. There's no such thing as just mishap. They're trying to tell you this shit is not by accident. It's all happening because you needed to see it for some reason. You get the lesson, even if you don't understand the lesson. You may never understand the lesson down here, but it's happening because it is lessons being taught, and it may happen to bring you to other lessons. You know what I'm saying? You'll never understand the randomness of it with the human mind. In hindsight, when they say you die, your life passes before you. In the hindsight, you will then be able to say, oh, now I get why this happened. Now I get why I let him hit that shit at the club. You fucked up ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now I. And then all of this to say, it's a bigger, more complex understanding holistically than these little rules that we keep trying to put on ourselves. Because once you wipe it all away, all it is just another way to stifle yourself. And once you start hearing this freeing information of spirituality, you feel guilty because you spent the whole life feeling guilty in church. Guilty if you did something wrong. So when you start becoming guilt-free, you feel guilty that you're guilt-free. And then you need to find guilt so it becomes karma. It becomes Oshun is mad at me. Ogun is mad at me. You're still trying to find ways to punish yourself. You need checks and balances because you feel your mind needs to be in check because all of them dirty thoughts that you had, all the dicks that you dreamt about sucking. When motherfucking strange niggas walked in, you like, God damn, I wonder how big his balls are. And then you said, wait a minute, I'm going to hell. Wait a minute, this is nasty. This is not what a lady's supposed to do. If I said this aloud, I would be killed. This is dirty. This is disgusting. Am I disgusting for thinking like this? Am I dirty for thinking like this? Am I a hoe for thinking like this? And all you thought about was juggling some nuts. And we know goddamn well, practically every goddamn woman has. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas admit it. I walk in Walmart. I would love to fuck on produce and just walk. Just hit it, nut, and be like, all right, here you go. Put something on your face, make it look pretty, and just keep leaving. All right. Don't even want to know your name. Well, my name is shut the fuck up, bitch. In your mind. You know what I'm saying? You do that in real life. It's some statutory shit. You know what I'm saying? So guys don't have guilt about that kind of thoughts. More women do. You know what I'm saying? And you have them. That you, in your mind, you've been learned so long to stifle your thoughts. You don't know how to live without stifled thoughts. So they just have new names. Hell is now karma. You know what I'm saying? Oshun being mad is now hell. Is the devil, is Jesus being mad at you. You know what I'm saying? The Palo at one point was the devil, the Palos. But then Raul Carnazeres connected them to the Orishas, and now these niggas are Polaros too. So now it's evil not to be initiated. They got to find something bad. We can't, even if they would see traditional, I say do traditional. That's what works for you, because that's the level you at. Some people need to be controlled by this shit. Go crazy. But get the fuck out of my business. This is grown folk business. You know what I'm saying? Stay the fuck out. So I don't mind them doing whatever they do. They mind me doing, because it takes away. They paying thousands of dollars, kissing thousands of dollars worth of ass, and then you coming around going with a t-shirt on, you know what I'm saying, talking about El Cristo Negro. They're sitting around going, no. All the dick sucking and razors I had to go through just to be able to wear his necklace. You know what I'm saying? So that shit goes along. That to them, you know, it's hurtful. So they need for someone to be a bad guy for them to exist, because that's the way religion works. They're religious. It's not even, I'm so far beyond debating them tit for tat on that. I can tell them their psyche and how they got to where the fuck they are and why they're suffering in what they are. I could describe them more than actually have a direct I wouldn't even play myself and have a direct conversation with one of them. They're so beneath me and below, and I say it with no ego, no beating of the chest. It's like what you're saying is clearly a religious stuck mindset, clearly. And I can explain, because I've studied this mindset, because I teach how to break out of this mindset. You know what I'm saying? But while you think you're free, you're actually even worse than a Christian, because you actually feel you got something that's yours. So your ego is all over this motherfucking thing. The Christian at least has one iota of doubt. They just don't have nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But they still have that doubt, because they know ain't no nigga was in the well for 3 days. So they still have that doubt. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same situation. They need karma, because they need something to tell them how to act. You know what I'm saying? Oshun tells me how to act. I'm a daughter of Oshun, so I can't do that. Obatala can't drink, so you can't do that. We can't do that on Tuesdays. They need the can't do. You know what I'm saying? They need something to check their ass, because they're scared of their own thoughts. And their own thoughts are ravenous. They've been sucking and fucking niggas and trying to suppress that in their mind their whole life. Their mother, sit up straight, close your legs. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to be a hoe when you grow up? You sitting there like, no, I don't want to be a hoe when I grow up. Scared to death. So then every thought that comes in your mind about a natural thought about some guy, you hate it. And it's the devil's thought. You put it out your mind and start thinking of Jesus. Oh, Jesus, help me. Jesus. You start thinking about him, trying to get it out your mind. Now you got better people, Oshun, Ogun, Karma, same shit. So it's not even the actual thing I have to answer. It fits into the big umbrella of stuckism.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I feel you on that. Like, it's funny because, you know, when a lot of times I do videos, and that's what I realized. Like, a lot of people are stuck in a religious mindset. Like, I even tell people when I did the Christianity thing, because I never was necessarily forced into anything as a kid. So when I first started, you know, getting on my own, I got into Christianity, and I was getting into it strong, but I was actually like bypassing the preacher and all that and tapping into it like straight spiritually. The crazy thing about it is when I was dealing with Christianity and doing the spiritual stuff that I used to do, that was when my third eye opened. That's when I had my first contact with Haru or Horus, but I thought it was Jesus. That's how I know.
Right.
That's actually, because I asked him, I said, "Are you Jesus?" And he didn't even answer the question. He was just like,
Right.
years later, I'm like, that was Haru. Now I know, but I didn't know because Christianity had me thinking, you know, the eye is evil. I thought I was part of the Illuminati because my third eye opened. And a lot of the fears that I had was because what does the Bible teach you? Oh, Jesus loves you. Jesus is this, but you going to hell. Everything basically puts you back to going to hell. So it puts you into a mindset of fear. And a lot of people bring that same fear into this spirit, into these spiritual concepts.
They never released the fear. They only moved it over to a new name. To a new name. That's interesting because you're conscious, and Christianity became the tool for you to see that vision. So it's not really Christianity because they're still using our templates as much as it's the mindset that Christianity brings. Because it's not just Christianity. Fucking Muslims have the same problem.
Exactly.
Hebrew Israelites have the same problem. Nuwabians have the same problem. Moors have the same fucking problem. You know, you name the group and they have this problem. This ultimate gang mentality of this group. Now, so it's really this beehive mind that's the problem. This mind that these templates keep showing up of good and evil. Can't say nothing bad about Dr. York. It's like saying bad something about Jesus. Everywhere they go, they raise him up like he's Jesus, the Christ, the Savior. And he's just a man. You know what I'm saying? You don't even hear much from them now because all of those secret scrolls that they believe that he was giving them, all that information is in the world now as a standard. And they're sitting there going, they can't even say they got it from him anymore. So that bubble has burst based upon information catching up, whereas you didn't know where to get this information that he was just regurgitating. So people understand that we suffer from this mentality, and it's very easy to take advantage of it. It's very easy to take advantage of it. I see how easy it is just for me. So much so that I had to get with Khadijah. There was so many pussy offers, I'd have been dead by now. It was that was the way to say hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, hello, nice to meet your clitoris. And it's because, you know, I was with nobody, was free, and they felt they could be free. And but it's a Jesus reverence thing. I know very few cared about me. If I start talking about, well, you know, my back hurt and you know, regular shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, niggas start. So how many feathers does Haru have then? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, you know, I don't know what to make of it, but more than if you wanted to capitalize off of it and have a following, you could, especially now. Niggas say some of the shit to me that I usually let them off the hook. It's scary sometimes. They're hugging and just talking, and I mean, got a stink ass breath, and just be hugging and talking and hugging and talking. Just don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? All right, just one more thing. And I want to say, you know, but I still telling it. One nigga like, we had this dream. It was me, you, Jay-Z was there. I said, look, nigga, I don't want to look at the line, kid. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your dream. Niggas walk away like really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Some nigga said, yo, Phil said that berries weren't good. And Dr. Sabi said this before Sabi died. Why did they say that? I said, why the fuck are you asking me? I said, Phil is in there. Go ask him. What the fuck are you asking me for? That nigga was just like in awe. I'm like, what the fuck I look like answering that for you? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I look like I care. Like this is the audacity of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you are dealing with some crazy motherfucker. There was one lady who came. This bitch smelled like a bag of dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? Her clothes was fucked up. Her teeth was all fucked. Her breath was on fire. And she kept trying to show me this book. You know what I'm saying? So I took a picture of the book. I said, you can't find this book. They saying everything you saying. I said, well, if they saying everything I'm saying, what the fuck you showing it to me already? That must mean I figured it out. I said, of course they saying everything I'm saying. It's an occult book, and I teach occult science. I wasn't making it up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm teaching you to climb into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, this bitch is a straight vampire. And later on, here she come again. I'm like, oh, it's this bitch again. I was so glad to rock. There was so many there's like vampire niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting around. There was one lady that just kept talking Jamaican to me. Fire outside, fire outside, that fire outside, fire. I'm like, yo, I don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, the only thing I understand is you about to give me some curry chicken. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll meet the weirdest people, and then that's when I realized you're just dealing with the general public. You know what I'm saying? The general public. These niggas are no special. You'll find like a diamond in a lot of this rough. But otherwise, they just regular niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. I'm finding the more younger, like yourself, that actually took what I say to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, they literally got it. Like, I literally see you and feel proud. Because
you know what's so funny about it? The reason that we got it is, even speaking for myself, like growing up, I was always, I guess you could say, a weirdo. Like, I've always been into like other things. You know, the funny thing about me is the way that my mother raised me. She's very intellectual. Everything's about education. So I'm educated because I was raised that way. But naturally, I never was like that. I was always more of an artistic and imaginative person. And so, but I never had my parents or anybody around me to explain how to be who I knew that I was. So nothing really resonated with me. But then when I remember when I came across yours, like, honestly, occult lectures, that was it. That was the light. I was like, yo, this is it. It was, nice. I already knew. It's like you brought it out. You put words to it.
Gotcha. That's perfect. And really, see, I'll take that as honored, not like it's props. That's honored because that's exactly what I came to do. It's these words are no longer on the planet for us anymore. So someone be able to express the words. It's not like it's not like I actually put you on. I only activated what you already were. And that's a real God. Half these niggas who never heard it before, the words I say are actually the first time they heard it, and it's making them whoever the fuck they're becoming. Some people, it just especially younger people, I'm seeing it because the words weren't on the planet in such abundance at our age. You know what I'm saying? There was no internet at my age, and I'm looking for these words as well. You had to find them on these networks of VHS tapes. Certain niggas had them in New York and certain key cities, and that was it. And then by the time MySpace and all the rest of that crap came into place, and then eventually YouTube, these things became solid. You know what I'm saying? So I came at the end when it became really solid on the internet. So all the talking makes someone like you who's looking, and sometimes you never find it, and you just satisfy yourself with your career. Or you satisfy yourself. You just grow up and say, well, I'm going to be a butcher, and then you're a butcher. But now the words are there for people. The idea is there for people. So all I really came to do is be that idea. And what I see is working. I see young people, 28s, like that. Not only, see, I've met a gazillion motherfuckers who say, I'm conscious. I could wipe my ass with each and every one of them almost. You know what I'm saying? They get a little bit of it, you know, there's a little bit of light within. But I'm noticing young people really catching it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, more and more young people taking classes, but they really have it. Like, y'all have it where it's almost entrained in y'all. But these other niggas, I can hear them copying shit, saying shit to make. I've seen niggas kiss my ass ferociously. And as I'm standing there to Phil, I'm watching him kiss Phil's ass the same way. I'm like, this nigga's whole philosophy is different. Like, how the fuck do you philosophy ass kiss in different levels? So I'm like, I'm like, man, this is so bullshit. Like, it's just so bullshit. Like you sitting there doing the same shit. Like, you do all that bullshit to me. I thought I was special. You telling me I was in motherfucking Israel and I heard the calling and you pulled me back. I'm like, bitch, you full of shit. You just sat there and kissed Phil's ass too, bitch. You can't have it both ways. So I'm like, nah, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. So I don't notice that fakeness with a lot of young kids. Like I mean, I've seen real motherfuckers. There's a young lady out of Chicago about your age, took my class, just on it. She's in Cincinnati, at the live lecture, you know what I mean? Panicking, this and that. You just could tell it really will be the power base for the rest of their time here. I could tell this will be your power base for the rest of your time here. I can see other niggas, if they got kicked off of Facebook, then they go back to whatever the fuck they was doing. They go back to pretending whatever they were doing before. More interested in posting shit to get likes and, all the rest of that shit. But not really, it's not really resonating. You could tell. I could definitely tell. I could look through it. I've been now, and I've done it in my class now, and I'm much better. I could see through niggas in 3 minutes. It's scary, and people get scared that I'll say, well, when you said that, that really meant that. When you said that, you were really saying that. And you said, I think in that case, and they'll be like, I said, nigga, I'm trained to see what your subconscious mind is talking about. So you could tell me a whole story. I'm going to read between that and tell you exactly where your consciousness is. And I'll tell you, you wore skinny jeans, you wore skinny jeans, you wore skinny, like, yeah, I did. This shit was funny. This is all on class documented. You wore skinny jeans, you wore skinny jeans, you wore skinny jeans. Nah, you didn't have them. It was like, nah, shit was on point. But the point is, you just got people figured out so much, and there's really not much to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's really a thin line between the mind control that they're under and the freedom that they keep talking about.
Right.
And the difference is they haven't went to physically understood the mind control. They're so busy saying how much they hate Jesus, they haven't really went in and said, but wait a minute. They spent 20 years of my life programming me with Jesus. Maybe I need to deprogram Jesus instead of just keep saying I hate him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a woman who got molested and just say, I hate dick. No, you hate to be molested by dick. So you don't even know what dick is because you probably never really had someone who loved you with a dick. So now you're a lesbian saying, this is it. And you're aggressive at it. You're saying, I know what I want. I know what it is. And you could say spiritually, maybe that's what you need to get there. But at the same time, you can tell sometimes it's anti-dick. You know what I'm saying? Not pro-vagina, anti-dick. Mm-hmm. And knowing that I care to judge or want to correct or even address that shit with anybody, but you just know what it is. So it's not really pro-spirituality, it's anti-religion. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And they really don't know how to kill the religion in them. They just keep killing it as it comes up in their consciousness. Fuck Jesus. Fuck Jesus. Every time they have a thought, get scared. Oh God. Oh, well, fuck Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. So when you got to do mantras. You got to do really mantras. I did a mantra, I am God, I am God, I am. Just said it ridiculously. I took a drum machine and sampled myself saying it, made a tape in a Walkman, both sides, just play that shit at night. Just to wake up sometime, the earphones still be on forever. Yeah, I found myself on tape yelling, I'm God, motherfucker. All them early tapes, God, motherfucker, I'm God, nigga, I'm God. I said, oh, yeah, I programmed myself with that shit. But see, it says a lot because now every book I read like God. Every step I took like God. Every endeavor I went in, I did it like a God and nothing less. I didn't move like a human. And that's just because of programming. So anytime, and I didn't grow up in religion, but anytime somebody would ever say the word Jesus to me, I said, I am God more than that was said. Therefore, I superseded the programming of any religious motif by programming myself, I am God. Just say to yourself every moment you have, I am God, as I am God, as I am God, as God, as am I, God, as am I, God, as am I. Just keep saying that constantly. Make sure that's everything you do. You're on the toilet, I am God, I am God, I am God. Walking downstairs, get a soda, I am God, I am God. You should be so sick of saying that. Watch, you want the breakthroughs, watch the shit that happens just off of that. You know
Look, I'm glad you said that, because I wasn't gonna cut you off, but I shared that on with my audience, like, because I have a Patreon to where we do behind the scenes stuff that I don't post on YouTube. So that's one of the techniques that I shared, the I am God for meditation. I got that from you. I said, now I get it, because that's what I'm like. They know finally I'm talking to Brother Fanny. But that one is powerful. I don't even I didn't have any fancy equipment. I just recorded on my cell phone and looped it. And I swear it didn't take long. It probably was like a night or two that I did it. And it really, that just takes you to a whole different level. When I was about to do this live stream, I wanted to get on here with my unapologetically God t-shirt for you. You feel me?
Right.
That's facts. Like, anytime people are trying to manifest things, a lot of times people always ask me, well, how do I manifest money? How do I manifest what I want? You have to become a God. You see what I'm saying?
Gotta move like a God. God is a creator. So God represents the master of just this realm, the creator of this realm, the seven seas, the seven continents, like the seven chakras. 7 is the number of God. 8 is to transcend God. And so to be a master, you have to master the 7. So, or the law of the 7. So we can go into the whole chakra thing, but let me tell you, you start with I am God, I am goddess. The sky is the fucking limit. As long as you say I am, don't say I will be, I want to be. I am. I'm saying I am happy, I am healed, I am love, I am power, I am fame, I am master. I am, you know what I'm saying? And say it backwards. Master am I am master, master am I am master, master am I am power, power am I am power am I am power. Shit, I was having anxiety. I just started saying I am good am I am good am I. Going. You know what I'm saying? Going. Like, so the sky is the limit at what you can say. That's straight that's repetitious programming your subconscious mind. That's how it's done. You're programmed through repetition. I teach in my class. Everyone knows their ABC. You know the song ABC. I said, well, if you know them, say them backwards. No hands go up. I said, you know the repetitious song. You don't know. Your mind is trained that way. So you want to say it frontwards and backwards because you give it to the right brain and the left brain. I am God, God am I. 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 Give it to the right and the left brain. You know what I'm saying? You want to breathe that God. In and out, you go, oh, shun. So you, oh, shun. Oh, shun. When you're doing it, let's say, Obatala. So you can do, that's 4 syllables. Just count them out. Or even it's 3, yin and yang. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit. Now, all that breathing shit they telling you to do, breathe the gods. Watch what happens. Just 2 breaths. Just do 3 breaths. You'll be like, oh shit, this bitch is here. Just breathe that shit in. Niggas, I have so many techniques that niggas can't even fuck with. I'm telling you, they ain't even ready for. If I start really dropping them shits all the way down, niggas will pass out. This little peanut in this little pineal nut is exploding. But you breathe the gods, you know what I'm saying? Shiva, and visualize that power. Look, I used to have my old girlfriend. She was an empath. So all we did was initiate the gods and goddess through sex marriage. And if it was a god, if it was a goddess, I would be the consort. She become the goddess, boom. I fuck Yimmy Oshun, all them motherfuckers. They know, oh beloved. And I tapped all of that. And then the god, I become the god. And since she was an empath, her body would change, like her vagina would change. And that was terribly great. Terribly great. That's when I found out that I knew how to get people who were alive. Because I was at my cousin's house and I was telling her, I'm about to go to my girlfriend's house. Some her friend was over there. we was drinking, and I'm like, yeah, I can't remember how we was talking about it. And she was like, yeah, that sound ill, and that sounded like we should go in the back now. I'm like, no, I don't think it's the big blast, but it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So my girl was like, no, it's more spiritual. It's different. It's like it's a whole different animal. It ain't just like somebody curling your toes up at the club. Some real shit. So she's like, oh, really? She's getting intrigued. So I said, well, let me see if this twosome is going to happen. So she drove me over there. So I knew she wasn't. She was like, only thing a girl could do is just help me pick out shoes. I'm like, man, this shit ain't gonna happen. So we in there. So she got so open, hey, and she grabbed her. And my girl's like, I said, well, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Wah, wah. So I walked her back down to the car. I said, all right, maybe another time. But while I'm with my girl, I could feel that girl's energy coming through her. I'm like, damn, this is aggressive. Ow, stop. Like, she was like real aggressive. I'm like turning into a bitch. Ow, get off. It's hurting. And so that's when I knew, oh, I could catch people's spirits. So I did a study on that. Absolutely. Like, you have at least, we want to say 100, but let's even just say 10 personalities you're not using now. You have a business voice you use on the phone. You have a happy voice at cookouts. You have a voice. You have a daughter, so you have a sexual voice. You have a voice that you have as a daughter with your mother. A voice that you have a mother with your daughter. You have all these personalities. The personality of your mother, the personality of your girlfriend or a wife, personality to be a sister, personality to be happy, sad, upset, crying, blah, 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 blah. These are all energies, and energies don't die. You're not using none of these now. You're using a professional particular demeanor with me. Where's everybody else at now? Dun, 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 dun. Right. So nobody, of course, they can't answer that in class. It all exists in the astral world. And you're able to see that when you astral travel. And I tell fellas all the time, when we were little, we see a girl, we used to go home and masturbate to her. We can see everything sexual in our mind with her. Is it in your mind, or are you accessing something? Because sometimes it'll seem a little bit more real than what's in your mind. It's almost like an automatic pilot. And I started to notice you're actually tapping into her sexual side. It exists in the astral world. So you basically could hit that constantly. Oh, niggas got scared when I said that. Panic or rape is in the astral. I'm like, it's not the same thing, because it's not your human will that has an ego and a dignity. It's the raw, untamed aspect of you that's looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So, booyah. So that scared the shit out of motherfuckers. So that's when I started to know, oh no, I could get motherfuckers who's alive. And that's when I started really I was getting heavy in the astral traveling, tearing motherfuckers up. Like, look, I said, I'm gonna come and see you and check you out. Just look for this, just meditate. All right. Motherfuckers wake up the next day needing band-aids. Like, yo, real physical illnesses. I'm like, yeah, I told you. No hole is safe, son. And then this is real funny. And you know, all this was all the attempts and practices. You gotta treat it like experiments. Mm-hmm. You gotta treat it like trial and error. There's not, see, people are like, well, if you do that, you're gonna do it wrong. Who's judging you? Who's the thing up there saying no? There's no wrong. There's right. Do whatever the fuck you want. There's only wrong if you believe Oshun to be this and Ogun to be that. If you know it's just you and it's only you, do whatever. See, you got to do what works. Something that may work for you may not work for me. Something that works for me may not work for you. I'm trying all things.
Exactly.
And that's how it works. That's why I'm most successful, trial and error. I really can never say there's nothing I've done that's ever failed, because to be quite honest, I don't really think there's no such thing as trial. There's no such thing as nothing can happen, because for every cause, there's no effect. And every effect is a cause. So if I light a candle, that's a cause. Not only is there effect, there must be an effect. Must be. Just because we don't understand the effect becomes our problem. But there's always an effect for what you do. For every ritual that you do, there's always an effect. It could not be an effect based upon the law of Tahuti. What's that? The fifth law? I think the law of cause and effect. Fifth.
That's the sixth.
Yeah, cause and effect. Yeah, six, right? Six. Yeah, that's law. That's yeah, because that's the same as laws of attraction. That's in karma. So that's it, six. And so there must be an effect for everything you do. Must be. So so there's, I mean, man, once you free your mind from the restraints of humanity, oh my goodness. It's like I've run out of shit to do. I feel almost like retired on the real. Like I can talk to anything when I want to talk to it, find out anything I want to find out without any effort. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of me just going like this. I don't even have to close my eyes anymore. This is a pity to talk to motherfucker. I want to talk to James Brown, whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Oh, this thing ain't ready to talk. He just died. You know, I can't talk to stupid motherfuckers like that kid that guy killed that rapper. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's not my era. I'm gonna leave that to somebody else. But so it's like almost like I'm retired. I got all the material shit I could possibly want. Found my soulmate. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that would make us inseparable. You know, shit, we do whatever we want. We roll how we want. You know what I'm saying? We got a shitload of rooms, so nobody got to watch the TV, same TV shows. You watch other shit, I watch my shit. It's almost like buddies. Just walk by each other and smile. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. You're not getting me sick, and I'm not getting you sick. All right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's almost like I retired. It's almost like I really figured out how to master this. And everything else is just to move forward with advanced knowledge, shit that I can't even hardly speak about. I'm gonna speak on automatic pilot because I'm speaking to such a low stuck level of motherfuckers who can't get past this hump. You know what I'm saying? There's very few motherfuckers I could speak on an advanced level. Ironically, surprising enough, B.O.B. is that conscious. I didn't even realize. I thought I was talking to him all wrong. I was like, oh, he was conscious and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I've never even heard of it. You know, I don't listen to that new rap. But people kept saying he was quoting me. So I'm like, so then we finally got, you know, started. So I said, well, you should have got a consultation with me. You talking on this flat earth shit. They're gonna eat you up, nigga. But I didn't realize this nigga was down since he was a kid, conscious since he was a kid, doing shit and going to Sedona and all this shit. I'm like, damn, nigga, fuck, nigga, you know, I'm on the wrong boat. But then the questions he'll ask, you know what I'm saying, very advanced. He's very able to grasp a lot of advanced concepts. You know what I'm saying? He grasped very, very quickly. And I was like that. Bobby, that's why Bobby really hung on to me, because he would say something and boom, I would get in there, flip it and understand it really quickly. He's like that. Very few people I talk to, because they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the joke. What I notice is with him, he'll laugh and joke more. Because once you kind of get it, you'll joke more. Because you've already seen who we are. There's nothing, you dwell amongst the gods. You get what I'm saying? So you're almost like having a human interruption. You know what I'm saying? So the shit that bothers you about human, like it really bothers me. I'm really like, I'm really that grumpy nigga. You know what I'm saying? Dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, nigga, I hate everything about these dummies. It's like I have to dumb myself down just to order an egg sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And you just hate it. Just going in the store, just want to order a hero and eat your hero and get the fuck on. And they just ask you, woo, look at your bag. It looks like you got a baby in there. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You go, shut the fuck up. I don't want this small talk. I don't even want to do that. Just make my shit and don't put no mayonnaise on it. Clean off the fucking knife. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch none of that pork on my shit. You know what I'm saying? You just making sure they make your shit right. You know what I mean? You need to put all your mind power, the little shit you got. You know what I'm saying? Grown ass 40-year-old nigga working in the sandwich shop at Publix. You need to put all the fucking little mind you got on this sandwich, nigga. Cause I don't want to get home, shit don't float right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, you ain't got time to small talk. Worry about what the fuck it got in my bag and what the fuck is it? Well, how about those fucking what's the group what's Falcons, nigga? I'm like, nigga, I don't watch sports. Really? How you do that? You're like shut the fuck up. Because I read books, you stupid motherfucker. Like, what would you do? What did you do? I read books.
oh, okay, I see. That's what shuts them up. Like, you know, I can't really shit on that. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I look stupid. So they shut up. So it's like really, you'll find yourself, the more advanced you get, the more you're gonna surpass a lot of motherfuckers. Like even your friend who's asking you about karma, like you're gonna get tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe. You never know. People are different. Maybe you're here, you know, but I just only speak for myself. Like that was a thing, but then after a while, like after you gave them the books and you said it enough, and they're still asking you not about karma, but shit like that. Like, okay, it's more frustrating. So you'll find me doing block, like I can do like a lecture and just be left the fuck alone, do it, put it out there. But that interacting, oh man, niggas pay me for consultation, I just get the money back. I just too lazy to take it off my site. Because yo, I was sitting out talking to people. It comes now. When you ready to do it? 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 Okay, I'll be ready to do it. Like just they say, I think I want my money back. All right. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Because I'll be ready to do it. Like you know how you about to play double dutch. Yeah. They ask some dumb shit. And like, so you know it's even they'll pay for an hour, let's say. And I can answer what they want in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so thorough that I don't know how to drag them along, and I leave them questionless, and they're looking at me like I'm ready for my lecture. I'm like, oh, you thought you was gonna get a free lecture for this? No, this is a Q&A. So then I learned to give them some words about their life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But how much of their life can I talk about? You know what I'm saying? So they got about 7 minutes of that. You know what I'm saying? They sum up their fucking lives, and after that, they just out of questions. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen white people show up. Hello, brother Panic. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, you sure you got the right person? Motherfucker, white people show up to lectures. I had to ask him, who you come to see? He said, brother Panic. I said, how the fuck is this happening? Well, see, I've been listening to you for years. What straight white people? I've been listening to you for years, and I said, yo, do you realize how bad I talk about white people? He said, yeah. He said, I'll go through that just to get this. I'm like, that's some real shit. He said,
that's some real, because you really talk about real stuff. You know, that's the difference. And even a lot of times, like I always tell people who's watching my videos, I'm like, you have to realize they have people who anybody can YouTube something and regurgitate, or Google something and regurgitate it. It's a difference when you're teaching somebody something from experience. You know, and that's why what you talk about works. Like even in the videos that I watch, like, and I'm sure I haven't seen all of your content. Your free content is transformative. You see?
Right. Because I don't hold back. I don't do, and there's people who do that. Here's the free version, and here's the shit you got to pay for. Nah, a lot of shit, even now that I talk about in class, but see, I know how to talk about it from so many different angles. That each class curriculum now is different, even though each class content is a little bit more different each time, even though it's the same curriculum. And yeah, because I'm not here to hold back. I'm not here to bullshit. I'm here to do this. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you what's real. You know what I'm saying? My payoff is truthfully meeting people like you, people who get it, people who understand. Like, I mean, so many dumb motherfuckers. I see so many dumb answers on Facebook. I want to spit all over myself. Like, just disgusting. And just to see someone who gets it. You know what I'm saying? That goes a lot for me. That makes me feel like excited. Like I'll go in the back. Yeah, she was kind of sharp. You know what I'm saying? She was on point. You know what I'm saying? Made it a pleasure to talk. You know what I'm saying? You know, because she was in there a long time. You know what I'm saying? I don't give out interviews a lot. You know what I'm saying? Something's got to be right. I could hear it immediately. Just the way you asked. This motherfucker asked just like you. Nah, I don't really do that. I just could feel it. Something said, this motherfucker here. Something says, do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a talkative mood too. Something says, do shit. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's why I do. I'll do more interviews with you too. I don't mind.
I would love it, and I want to go live, like do a live stream on the main channel with you again. So I'm happy that you said that, and I really appreciate you doing this with me because I know that you're not just gonna be taking interviews.
I mean, and my spirit was absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to somebody who gets it, worth it, and understands where what I'm about, where I'm trying to go, and really grasp it. So I feel these words. If nobody else out there heard it, I felt you heard it. And that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. And then I'm glad you have an audience as well, and you'll be able to share with them. No problem. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you ask, I come back. I'm feeling your gangster. So I'll come back. And I definitely going to try to see, I'm going to see how far Rich goes with it. The worst case scenario, like I said, I do things too. So I might put, if he bullshits with it, I'm going to put something together with just the ladies. Maybe I'll do that in Atlanta. Maybe I'll do that in Atlanta. If it's just me. If not, it'll be in New York.
And so, I'll come. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep me posted. Like I can travel.
He'll pay for your ticket and your hotel and your fee. You know what I'm saying? So he's waiting to get that money up. So he's like, all right, we're going to do it. So he's waiting to get that money up. And you know, at least 3 girls. If he could fit 4, we'll do 4. We give everybody an hour or something, and maybe on the end. And you're all different. Khadijah will talk about her spirituality. You'll talk about some of the. You'll talk about it sound like more methodology. Khadijah talks about more chakras and the emotions and how to deal through the emotions and the chakra code. You actually will sound. You would talk about some of the methodologies and some of the stuff. You know, you talk about your own thing, whatever you want to talk about. Sonia Barrett is more metaphysical. I gotta hear. She gave me a link to what she does. I gotta see what she's up to. And another girl, see me really long. She comes on my show. You can come on my show too. Yeah, I actually need to do that. I have a radio show.
Yeah, I know you do. I haven't heard the new radio show because I used to follow the other ones that used to be on other.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to like.
This is even worse. We just bullshitting, but then we'll have guests. Like, man, I went in on my boy for like fucking. First of all, I forgot to hit record. We killed him for 3 hours. Then Khadijah said, yo, this shit ain't recording. I'm like, yo, we missed classics. But then we killed him for 3 more hours. I was telling the story like we was little. I spent the night at his house. And I woke up and I peed the bed. So it's all over him. So I said, oh, shit. So I got up and I started playing with the truck. When that nigga woke up, he just lost it. So I'm like, yo, we urine buddies. You know what I'm saying? Listen. If you look on YouTube, I put it. It's so funny.
I've seen it. I'm gonna watch it now that you said. I just seen that.
So you'll hear where it picks up when I go. We wasn't recording. He's gonna be dying laughing. Ask what you get. I said, yo, I got mad material all night. We gonna get into. We was singing songs down with OPP, other people's piss and shit like that. We was going always for other P's for people. The last P, that's not that simple. We doing. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I saw you walking in the rain, blaming on the rain. We doing all these rain songs. That nigga just, yo, classic show. Our sister was there. Visa was there. C. Marie Long was there. She's come on the show. She has books. She's come on the show. So we'll straighten it up and do it serious too and do that. So we'll bring you on. You can hang out with us. So we'll do that whenever you're ready. We do it Tuesday.
Yeah, I would love that. Just
let me know. Do it every Tuesday because it's too taxing. I'm probably going to do it this Tuesday. If you want to come on, you can come on.
Most
and we'll do it simple. I'll just call you on the phone and just 2-way you in. So all you have to do is just pick up and you'll be on my line and we'll just talk. So we'll do it. I'll call you. I'll remind you. Well, what's today? Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Oh, already? God damn, I hate doing this show. Tomorrow, you ready?
What time you do it?
10 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is that late? Okay, because we go all night. You don't have to stay all night, of course, but we go to like the crack of dawn. So, okay, we'll do it tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, text me. You have my number. Text me how you want me to present your name and everything you want me to present as I intro you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know you want your government name. I know you have your name you use online. Let's use that. How you want to present you as an occultist, a metaphysician, or however you want to present yourself.
Right.
Tell you, I tell everybody your channel unless you tell everybody your channel, what you're doing. I'm gonna speak highly of you. We'll just get into some discussion, whatever you want to talk about.
I love it. I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me. I'm there.
Oh yeah, no, you can handle it. You definitely can hold it down. And yeah, that'd be nice. You'll get a kick out because we just bugging out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's real. We went hard. There was no. He's like, man, this whole show ain't no science. Y'all just getting dying laughing. We sit hit classics on them. Did you hear the one where my girl? She's my girl, but she's like an assistant. She's the one that gets me booked around the country. She got on the radio and fell asleep. started snoring. Listen, before you even listen to that one, it's called the Eclipse. So it's down on the line. Listen to that one. This do Brother Panic Eclipse.
Okay.
And you're gonna hear me and my boy talking. So let's check in on Visa. And she's gonna be snoring. Listen, when I tell you, you ain't never heard nothing this funny in your life. Yeah. It's like lightning in the bottle catching that. So yeah, this is some funny shows. So yeah, you'll definitely be invited to. You're definitely invited tomorrow. We'll do it. I'll just text you tomorrow. Make sure you text me on the information. I'll let you know when I'm about to come on. Like I said, I'll call you during the show and introduce you, and then just chat it up. And that'll be the story of that.
All right, well, that sounds good. Definitely down for that.
No doubt. Yeah, I like this interview. Very sharp, and you had good questions. So keep them coming. We can do this whenever.
I'm glad you said that. Like, I definitely have more. And like I said, the next time we do it, I want to do a YouTube live because they love when I do lives, and I know when they see Brother Panic pop up.
Okay, let's do it.
So
yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm not scared of live. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, live doesn't bother me. Let's do it. We will kill them.
All right. Well, I could really sit here and talk to you like for hours, you know.
Yes,
but
I wasn't old and my buttocks wasn't hurting. Same thing, but we'll be back at it again. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. We'll be back at it again. Like I said, usually around this time you can catch me at night. I'm usually chilling. You know what I mean? I try not to do too much unless I'm traveling during the day. I'm doing email or trying to do email. Regular human shit, gym and all the rest of that shit. But other than that, around this time, so if it's like it's a nighttime show, it's good. We could do the same thing. Just catch me right and be like, when we could do, just let me know, and I'll be like, all right, we could do it on this day. Not really hard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Someone told me it was the right move, so.
All right. Was there anything you want to send them anywhere before we close out? Any last words?
Yeah, let me see. Always know that your study, what you do with knowledge is your way out. There is no other way out. This is the way out through your occult science. Now, how you master and handle the occult science is your business. So we're not talking religion or one way. We're talking about a field of study. That's your truly only way out, because it's really the study of yourself. The study of how to progress your own mind, how to progress the prowess of your own mind. And everyone should be for that. Everything else is pretty much all the self-help and all that is how to progress the prowess of your ego. This is how to progress the power of your true nature, your true self, your true self-realization. Your true self-realization is a natural, healthy, pro-power scenario, I could say. So, which means you in your right mind is your true power, and the occult science is how you interface with your own mind to even evaluate yourself to becoming your self mind. This is your way out. You may feel in your heart scared, and I know you do, but this is for a reason. You were scared into this since the day you were born, because your enemy understands if you were to realize what I'm telling you, if you were to actualize what I'm telling you, it would be their day, it would be over. So they do everything to keep you out of it. So my advice to you is don't walk, you run to this occult science. You learn everything you need to learn. You understand it, and you be fearless as you move forward. I think you should listen to the sister here as she teaches you, because if you already following her, if you already resonate with her, she's telling you actual facts. I know this. I can evaluate that shit, and I'm very good at that. I've talked to Negro after Negro after Negro after Negro, and I know when I see the real deal. She's the real deal. So whatever she's been saying to you, y'all need to pay close attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Close attention to it, because she's telling you real deal facts, and she's speaking with her spirit. I can hear it. She's speaking with her spirit. and this will benefit you. It may seem tricky, and you may be evaluating it, and you may be trying to say, I don't know, and that shit don't sound right, and something's funny about it. It's supposed to sound like that. But if you take the chance and just dive into it, what can it hurt? If you do whatever she requests by way of ritual, by way of exercise, and it doesn't work, then don't do it. But what if it works and turns out to be the greatest thing you ever done? And you'll be sorry that you talked yourself out of it. So my suggestion to you, like I've went through it, like many I do know who went through it, go forward in the fruit. Magnificent. This I promise you. So what I try to leave you with is stay working. You have no time to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Been fucking around watching Love and Hip Hop too goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? Turn that bullshit off. You know what I'm saying? These is red bottom. These is blood shoes. You better get on this shit, son. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity. I can sit around and just walk you through my house and show you what prosperity is. So this is a prosperous life. It's not a poor life. It's a masterful life. You know what I'm saying? And I made rap records, son. You know what I'm saying? I made rap records since I was a kid. That shit ain't nothing. I got pussy from rap chicks when rap meant something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When rap was a thing. You know what I'm saying? When it was a new thing. And I've seen all that. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That's pennies. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing compared to when I got into this shit and found out who I really was. Found out the everlasting prowess that is my birthright. That is your birthright. You know what I'm saying? That we're sitting on and don't even know. It became the curse and it became the curse and the cure. The curse is that, damn, all these niggas got all this power and they can't do nothing with it. And the cure is only if they did something with it, boy, oh boy, it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. The whole shit, the way you smell about life, will be a whole different monster. You know what I'm saying? 2 feet, get into it. Stop all that scary ass shit, nigga.
Exactly.
That shit.
Well, I appreciate you again. I'm gonna let you go back to your lovely goddess Khadija. And again, like tomorrow, we'll definitely link up, and definitely we'll be doing a live stream soon. So again, occultlectures.com for y'all of those of you who do not know about Brother Panic. He has products on there. He also has a whole thing of free resources. So check out occultlectures.com and also go on Occult Lectures on YouTube. Tons of free transformative information if you do what he's saying as well, okay? Because like I said, if anything that I've been saying resonates with y'all, go to occultlectures.com. There's so much more where that comes from. So I just want to say
it was not like me even telling you to do some mystical magical shit. It's really just put a little tiger balm right here and close your That's really all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have to chop off your shit and you know what I'm saying, put on a robe and om ram di om dom. You're just really going into different levels of meditation.
Exactly.
I would say get a metrodome. Hold on, don't move. Let me show you it. Let me get it so they can see. Give me 1 second. Ooh, my legs don't work like they used to. All right. This here is what you call, I never get a chance to talk about this, and I keep remembering to talk about it, an electronic metronome. Looks like this. It's about $30. A metronome keeps beats. Let me put on my glasses so I can show you what all this does is just makes a tick. You turn it on, you got an air plug, and just making this sound. You can turn this on 60 beats per minute, which to meditate to 60 beats per minute, which is time, all you have to do is just put it down. It has a little thing. You know, it has a little latch, so you can sit it down and meditate to this sound. This will put you back in the flow of humanity. When your humanity is off 60 beats per minute. In fact, that's why, remember all them old scenes where they have the big library in Europe, there's a grandfather clock?
Yeah.
They want the 60 beats per minute from the clock. Now, they also have a setting. They have many settings, but you could go back up. This is 72 beats per minute. I have a whole chapter in my book on the science of the 72 and what it means to the pineal gland. You put it on 72 beats per minute, and just meditate to it, or do whatever. So if we would just put this down, you have a volume. What I could have did is just turn this down very low where you barely hear it, which is on, and just did my lecture. This would have been activating my pineal the whole time. And I would have been spitting harder. I just know how to spit without it. But back in the days like this. But this will open up your pineal. $30, go into a music store and get it. You change it to a pulse too, like this sound. And it has a headphone, so you can meditate to it with the headphones or without. Or do whatever you need to do. Cook, clean, 72 for the pineal, 60 for that. Or you can find other number frequencies. It goes all the way up. You know what I'm saying? There we are. No, it goes all the way up. You know what I mean? And all the way down. So you want one of these in your life, ladies and germs. And because I hardly get this up, but that's another tool, one of the most effective tools to zone out in your meditation. Just go to that tick. Oh man, you doing some other shit after a while. Some other shit.
That's dope, because I like sometimes when usually I just go straight into meditation, but sometimes if I'm having troubles focusing, I would use like just a simple sound and just focus on that. So I'm like, that's perfect. That's even better. Like I'm getting one of those.
This pulses this sense of rhythm tone. 60 is humanity. So let's say you're having trouble focusing at work or focusing with the kids or focusing at home, or you need to get your gas bill straight. This will acclimate you back to the human power, you know what I'm saying, or the human focus that you need. 72, that'll bring you up to pineal focus, those two at least. And then you could research other numbers. You could double it, that's 144, you know what I'm saying, which might be on here, perhaps, I don't know, but it's possible. I haven't got my glasses on no more. But 144, so, you play with it, you know what I'm saying, see how it makes you feel. But definitely we're talking 60 and 72 are the key ones. This one is by Seiko, Seiko. That seems to be the best one I've seen. About 30, and even that's $30 in a music store like Sam Ash. And that has the 72 and the 60. You want to make sure it has the 72 and 60.
Okay.
And that's the story of that. That's a very powerful tool for meditation, which I said it once back in the days, but I wanted to reiterate that, how powerful that could be. So reiterate it first on your show.
I appreciate that, because I'm glad you left them something for them, because I know they're gonna appreciate that one. And I think I did hear you touch on that, like especially since you said that. So I'm like, yes, because I haven't done that one. So that resonates. I'm doing that like ASAP.
Yeah, especially the 60. The 60, like you could let's say you cooking or just doing shit, just have it low where it doesn't have to be even loud, just is happening. And that'll just pace you, make sure get your home in order, keep you focused on human shit, whereas you don't have to put all that human effort into it.
Right.
You'll be rocking it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you want to turn it up, you just start turning it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? That 72 is the 72 chakras. I have a whole number on the science of the 72 in the book. 72 is the completed man. 72 times 5 is 360. You know what I'm saying? And so all 5 limbs in your body, 5 Baphomet, there's 72 chakras on the pineal gland. 72 angels, 72 demons, 144 saved. And if you shoot the psychic energy to all 5 senses, you become the complete man, 360. Or Baphomet, remember Solomon had the ring where he controlled the 72 Goetia, the 72 demons, and the 72 angelic forces of high magic. So the 72 is a very magical number for us. It's supposed to be, your body's supposed to be 72% water. Like I went through a whole, like in my book, there's a whole 72. There's a chapter on this shit. I forgot most of the shit. I was like, fuck. And I still left shit out. That everything that was connected to 72 in the world was incredible. You know what I'm saying? 72 conspirators of Set. Set has 72 helpers. Set is the pineal gland. 72 helpers, there's 72 chakras in your pineal gland. So you're activating with this pulse, the frequency of those 72 chakras are stimulated. This is the shit.
Appreciate
Never
that.
ending to talk about that. Oh yeah, never ending to talk about that. Y'all need to get down with the business.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go.
I'm gonna knock the fucks out.
You ain't the only one. I'm right behind
Yeah, I see you. You doing a little bit. I got you. You may have trouble tomorrow. Yeah, this seems like your time is at 10. I may start the show at 9 just to get you in early.
Okay.
Because you having trouble. I see you a little bit like this. So we start at 10, so I might have to start you off a little bit early. I don't mind. I'll do it. That get me off early.
Okay.
All right, sis. So we'll talk. Peace and blessings, beloved.
Hotel.
Give thanks. Thank you, my daddy. Give thanks. Yo, check out B.O.B.'s new video. That shit is fucking hilarious.
I just heard my friend just text me last night. B.O.B. got a new. I'm like, B.O.B. got a new. I have to listen to the album still, so I'm
gonna hear it. Peep this. When you hear it, he still did his thing, but you're gonna hear our conversations. Because me and him are talking a lot lately.
Okay.
I was listening to it, but his focus, you could hear, he got a lot of focus from me. I could at least hear it. Now, the music video, that's all me and him talk about.
Okay.
I'll just text him one day, yo, give thanks. like I say, he gets it. Give thanks. And like just dumb shit, like that nigga hit me with this shit. He was calling it Sky Daddy. Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost done. He was calling it Sky Daddy, and now he put it in his video. So you could hear the influence. So definitely check it out.
I am for sure.
All right, sis. We'll talk soon.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
You too, sis.
All right, peace.
Peace.